Good morning, welcome to Sewing Quarter. Do you know, it's not often I feel dwarfed. Being a big old bird, it's not often, but wow, this morning, yes. Our rocket's back. Well, Rocket Man, says Hannah. Yes, we've got our rocket back. We've only got one of those left, but I'll talk to you about that later. But we just fancied a bit of rocket power this morning because we've got a few boys' things coming up today. Should we have a little look at what's coming up? We're going to do the menu slightly differently today because PowerPoint hates Hannah today. Here we go. Let's be honest about it. Computer said no. So head to the website, www.sewingquarter.com, and then you go to watch. And look, it'll tell you. That's our program guide. I can't read that. What does it say? Oh, fabric for spring. Spring is going to happen. I'm reliably informed it is going to happen this year. And then we've got clothes for little boys. Janis is here for that, and she's made some beautiful, beautiful outfits. And then we've got sewing room essentials, and we've then got a customised appliqué bag. Yes, I'm told moustaches are in this year. That's the word. Good, isn't it? So that's what we've got coming up today. Whilst we're on the website, whilst we're rummaging around there, then on Watch, if you head to Watch, and you can watch us live there, that's in HD. That's in like really good quality if you want to have a look at that. Then that's there. And then if you scroll down a little bit, then on the right-hand side, you can message us. We love to have your messages, and even if we don't manage to get around to reading them all out in there, we read them afterwards. It's lovely to hear from you. Thank you. Hello, says Hannah. Oh, shouty, shouty hello there from producer Hannah. Hello, is there anybody out there? And then underneath are going to be products from today's shows. Slightly confusing because they're actually yesterday's shows. They're about to go. Oh, they're all those bijou prints that Hannah and I had so much fun with yesterday. And Tim, and director Tim, he's like, I had fun too. I had fun trying to guess the fabric. That's our new core range, which is wonderful. So if you missed that yesterday, do take a little look at those. But today we're starting off with even more fabulous fabrics because spring is about to spring has sprung. So, which is fabulous. I'm very excited for spring, even though, you know, had to de-ice my car this morning. Now, if you would like to send us images, oh, could we have a Sewing Quarter, studio@sewingquarter.com is where you send your emails to. Could we have pictures of your springtime makes? Or your springtime garden. Yeah, have you got any flowers out yet? I've got snowdrops. Producer Hannah just has, I was going to say sprouts. Not sprout, green bits. Shoots, that's it. Not sprouts, they're vegetables. What did you buy yesterday, Producer Hannah? Oh, you bought us a bulb planter. Oh, did you get any bulbs to plant with it? Oh yeah, no, you got that as well. Oh, that's all right. So it's all about spring today, and you know, colour is a big part of it, isn't it? Maybe you're making for Mother's Day already, maybe you're making for Easter. Lots of you have been on our fan page already saying this is what I'm making for the grandkids for spring. Lots of bunnies going on there, and of course the other day we had the gorgeous lamb. So we've got lots of ideas for you, but it's always the starting point is having the fabric. There's no point in having an idea if you don't have the fabric with which to make it. So we've rummaged through the studio. We had a good old rummage. Look at this. Is a big rummage, and we've found you the most spring-like fabrics we could possibly find. Lots of variations as well. Some have got half-metre lengths, some have got metre lengths. So let's, without further ado, I'm going to start here, Producer Hannah, because it doesn't get more spring-like than green and yellow. I mean, that's like the daffodil bundle. What's that actually called? Might be called the daffodil bundle, I don't know. What do you reckon? So what we have here, and it helps if I actually put my iPad onto the correct page so that I can actually see what colours they are. Oh, it's not coming up anyway, it's fine. Anyway, you've got your apple spot on. Oh, okay, yellow and green bundle. I'd have called it daffodils. Yellow and green. It's exactly what it says on the tin, isn't it, this one? It is both yellows and greens. Lime green. And then you've got your yellow in there, and then you've got your apple green spot on, and they are half metre, so that's 1.5 meters in total, and you can get making all your little spring things in all of those lovely fresh colours. That's $11.49. You could be appliquéing all sorts of flowery things all over the place. Lovely. I love that. That apple spot on is just. Oh, apparently the image on the web, the lime green, this one, doesn't look quite as bright as it actually is in real life. It's a good zesty colour, that one. So that's $11.49. WHGC 77 is your code, but it's a good springtime green. Now, maybe you just want all this sort of ice cream colours. Yeah, bit of fluff on there. And, you know, these are happy colours. These are flower fields, is it? So we have got a 2-metre bundle here. We have got, I think that one's probably going to be magenta. And we've, yeah, magenta or jade in there. Hello, jade. Sherbet and vintage blue. It's a lovely collection, isn't it? Don't they work beautifully together? Very nice. I like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is a 1/2 metre of each, all 100% cotton. This is all of our Spectrum Solid range, this one. So you know that it's just a good 100% cotton, solid, coloured fabric. It's yarn dyed, so it's exactly the same front and back. So if you're doing any projects, I always think that helps. If you're doing a project and you don't have to necessarily worry whether you're right sides together, because it's always the right side because it's the same both sides. Happy days, helps me. So that's that one. That's $12.99 for 2 meters of fabric. Hurrah! Ooh, I like this one. This one's a good old mishmash of colours. This is our bright rainbow. It is bright, but what you've got in this one is sort of spring into summer. You've got some hot tones in there as well. But what you also have in here are textures, different textures. We launched yesterday our brand new core range, which were the new bijou prints. But the beauty of this is that you have all sorts of different textures within that rainbow array. So we've got our red spot on there. We've got our lovely bright yellow. We've got, look at that, is that fuchsia? Potentially. And then you've got kiwi green. And then here, that's your ocean in your linear. Peacock, rather. That's your ocean at the back there. Peacock, ocean, and then in there, just your red. That's not red, that's orange. That's orange. So we've got your red spot and you've got your orange in there. Do you know what? I'm going to move that orange. I've got to have it more like a rainbow just to make me happy. Might even have the pink on top. Go pink, red, orange, yellow, green, peacock blue, peacock ocean. There you go. There's your rainbow. There we are. And there they are. With lots of different textures, which is lovely. It just gives that little bit of extra interest, doesn't it? Nice. Oh, producer Hannah says, get your stripology out. Get stripping, strip cuts. Get stripping? Bit early for that, isn't it? Strip cutting is better. And that sort of comment won't get me fired. Right, next one. Blues. Blues always popular. Love it. It's just nice and calming, isn't it? And blues go with so many different things. So we've got soft blues here, and they are. Hey, this is fitting in with our Blue Boy Day today. Yeah. So what I have for you here are indeed soft blues. No, nothing's coming through, producer Hannah. So I can't give you the names yet because they haven't come through. But basically, 3 lovely blues. You could ombre these, couldn't you? Hang on. If I move that down to there and that down to there, then it gives you an idea. It's more of an ombre. But, you know, just mix and match them however you like. We did yesterday with Lucy. We had an amazing ruler from Creative Grid that you could do scalloped edges with. I've got pearl blue. I've got watty. Oh, she's gone very quiet. Pearl blue. Is your microphone on, Hannah? Baby blue. And blue sea. There we go. She's back. There we go. So there you go. Pearl blue, baby blue, and ocean blue. Lovely. And so when Lucy yesterday, she had her Creative Grid that you could do scallops with, so you could do entire waves, couldn't you, with this? It'd be lovely. £9.75 for 1.5 meters of fabric. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, now, here we go. We've got pink and grey, always a winning combo, isn't it? And again, lovely and soft, this bundle. In fact, you could get this with the blue bundle that we've just had, and then you've got all the lovely soft baby tones, haven't you? Now, we've got flamingo pink in there. We've got pastel pink and a what grey? Something grey. Glacier grey. God, I think I might need to swirl my earplug out. There we go, so that's £9.75, ZNGC 48, and that's 1.5 meters of fabric there. Can I just show you what that looks like next to the blues? How pretty are those? Might be, you know, it might be a double bubble. So soft blue there, and I just think those all go nicely together. Very nice, because of course that grey there, the glacier grey, would then just add into your ombre over here. But, you know, it's whatever you're going to make, isn't it? Maybe you already have ideas. Now, oh, nice. Now, yesterday, producer Hannah said that she really likes purple and green together. So, you know, let's go with that. Purple, pink, and green. Oh, now when producer Hannah saw this, she said it instantly reminded her of tulips. It's called damson tulip because that is your damson there. And then you've got that lovely soft pink and, of course, your apple spot on in there as well. You've got whatty pink, pastel pink, and spot on apple. Yeah, spot on with that. And this is 1 meter of each. Okay, so you're getting 3 meters of fabric. So if you have something that really was going to require a lot of fabric, it's a lot there, then £22.49, that's a lot of meterage going on. Do you want, should I show you what each of those is going to be cut like? Sometimes it's quite difficult, especially if you were brought up on inches. It's like, well, what does a meter actually look like? Whooping, looks like that. So you are getting 3 lots of that. That's a lot. It's a lot you can do with that. £22.49, HVGC 25. Pop it in your stash. If you know that you love pinks, purples, and greens, done. Done. Perfect. I'm so pleased that this apple green spot on is in so many bundles because it really is one of my springtime favourites. It's got to be. It's lovely. Right. Okay. That's that. Next, I've got so many of these. Look at this. Just surrounded in a world of gorgeousness. Right. Next one. Let's go here. Here we are. Now, this is your bright spot range, and in here, yeah, I'm thinking beach and summer, and there is probably a need for ice cream too. It does, it has that lovely vibe, because you've got your papaya in there. So you've got turquoise, you've got, you've got candy. So candy, papaya, marine blue, turquoise, and then you've also got your spectrum solid, and that is in your lovely optical white. So really, really bright, which makes those spots just, I was going to say pop, that sounds disgusting, that makes them really, really feel fresh. Oh, the pineapple trim tool, that would look lovely. It would look like you were making some sort of exotic cocktail, wouldn't it? If you did that. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? Now, QLGC 34, $22.99 gets you all of those. Now, these are 0.5 meters. And again, all of the fabrics on the show this morning, this hour, are all 100% cotton. Our basic solid ranges that we keep, our core ranges that we keep, so the spot-ons, the plains, the linears, they are all 100% cotton. Which is great. You know where you are with a cotton, don't you? It's like, yeah, it's cotton, that's fine. Nothing to worry about there. So that is that bundle. I like that. Very happy with that. Now next, this is, did you do this one, Producer Hannah? This is your classic spring bundle. Producer Hannah says like, yep, this is the one. Oh, I love that lemon yellow. Look at that. So we have got baby blue in there. We've got cream there, we've got lilac there, we've got pastel pink, and we've got mint. If ever you needed some beautiful pastels, this is the one. 0.5 meter of each here, 16.25. You're going to need some ideas though, aren't you, as to what to do with them. And this is one of our favourite springtime books. We don't have a huge number of these, but I do love it. I think a lot of this is actually photographed in Tuna Fananga, the designer of Tilda. Tilda's, well, she is Tilda, isn't she? I think some of it is actually photographed in her own home. So a few things in here. It's not just a sewing book. You've got all sorts of different things in here. And it's unashamedly beautiful. That's all I can say. And look at this, it's just $7.99. So this is Tilda's Spring Ideas. If you've got any of your Tilda fabrics, this is a great one to use up some of the smaller bits that you've got, some scraps. And also, you know, she has those Tilda figures. It shows you how to make those here. You get the pattern for that. And there she is. You can dress her up all over the place. But I love the bugs. This is the bug. And I think they're great fun. And you can pop those bugs. They're fun bugs. And then, we did make those, didn't we? We did make those on one of the shows. Yeah. And these are another thing that we've made on the show. But these are, look, you get the pattern. You do get the pattern, and this is going to show you how to make these really pretty. Maybe you've got a day at the races coming up or a wedding or something, and you want a beautiful little clutch, or maybe you want to have that for your makeup. It's just a really great excuse to get out some of your pretty fabrics. Maybe you want to edge it in some of your plains or whatever you're doing. Oh, look at these. These ladies are good to go. Wherever they're off to. But this is the Tilda toy look, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I could do a cream tea. Yeah. Oh, you did go for one, didn't you, for your mum's birthday, Producer Honey? Yeah. Now, this is the dream. This is the dream. Could you imagine if your workroom looked like that? You'd never come out of it, would you? But like, no, I'm just holidaying in my workroom. So, you know, we picked out these because I think the fabrics here, which are down the bottom, the details for the bottom there, if you have any Tilda, they're going to go beautifully with them. And also, they're just, yeah, maybe you have a few bits of Tilda in your stash. I might be a bit guilty of that. But it also gives you some idea as to how to make those bits go further. So pop your plains in with it, make it go further. Now, also in here, you get, if I go to the back, there are all your patterns for things, but you also get, you do get some paper crafting items too. So you do get some templates. Imagine if you make something for a gift and then you put one of those tags with it. Just gorgeous. So I promised you something that wasn't all sewing, and there it is. Just lovely, full of inspiration. I just want to make the bugs. I want that book just for the bugs. I think they're gorgeous. So pop it with your fabrics. Make your designer fabrics go further. That's the joy of the solids, and that's why they're always so popular, is when we bring you these shows, because you know that those designer fabrics that you spend a bit more on, you can make them go so much further, and you can really emphasize the favorite color of those designer fabrics. Now, I've got designer fabrics for you this morning as well, but I'm just starting off with the plains, and then we'll mix and match and do, you know, everything. It's all good. Right, ooh, green in this, nice. There, you see, this does remind me of, I like that one. Here we go. Now, if I show you everything, then you can make your decisions, can't you, as to which ones really, really appeal to you. We try and cater for everyone. So, you know, whatever your taste, I hope we've got a bundle here that really you absolutely love. So these are your Pretty Brights fabrics, 2.5 meters, so 1/2 meter of each of these. There you go, you've got your lovely optical white in there as well. So optical white, obviously, in there. Sherbet. You've got, hang on, that's your sherbet, that's your coral. No? It's the other way around. Oh, that's your candy. That's your candy floss. Mercury, sherbet. Oh, that's sherbet. Oh, optical white and then coral there. Ah, we get there in the end. There we go, that's the way around it is. I just love that grey. I really do like that grey. Beautiful, $15.99, 1/2 meter of each. DIGC 47. Hurrah. Lovely. Oh, now next one are your spray time. Still try and call it spray tan. It's not spray time. Now this is a lovely one because, and this is relatively new for us as well, you get some great textures with this. So it's not a solid colour. And the reason that I really like this, it's a visual texture. It's a printed texture on there. So it's you see some of them look marbled almost, don't they? But then you see what it does is if you can't match your colour exactly, this works as a beautiful blender. So it's a real great one to have in your stash. I only worked out how useful blenders were when I started chopping up scraps of fabric and just sewing them together, just to work out how to, you know, sew a quilt straight. And actually this is brilliant because you've got deeper greens in there, lighter greens, you've got so many different shades that it's just gonna go. So for example, look, you could put it with your spot on, goes really well. You could put it with your lime, goes really well, because it's a blender. And so they are the most useful ones to have. So your spray time, your linears, things like that, these are all incredibly, really useful ones to have. Plus they add a little bit of interest, a bit of visual texture. Nice. $14.49, GMGC 99, and that's $14.49. Brilliant. Now then, this one. Oh, Producer Hannah, did you make this one up as well? I kind of feel these are your colours. Yeah. Now, these are a metre bundles, okay? So you're getting a metre of each of these. And this is your orange fabric bundle. So you've got your, here we go, you've got your linear sunshine, that's your pumpkin, and then we've just put you an ecru, which is one of the most useful ones to have. Now what you can't see at home necessarily is the texture on there, but this is, like I was just saying on the spray time, yeah, I did say that right, the spray time, the linear is the same. You've got basically three different colours. You've got the background colour, you've got the lined colour, and then you also have the colour that those two together make, which is perfect. So that's $25.99 because you're getting a metre of each. So if these are your colours, then this is a great way to get them. And I just think, you know, look at those two together. Lovely. And then the ecru is just one of the most useful ones to have. Right, next one. Oh, this is one of my favourite colours. Absolutely love it. So, here we go, these are half metres. This is your Aurora fabric bundle. £9.75, less than £10 for a metre and a half of fabric. Yes, please. Okay, so in here I have got, I've got aqua, that beautiful aqua. I've got candy floss, and I've got mauve mist on top. This is the first one with mauve mist in. Beautiful. And half a metre of each of those, so it's a metre and a half for under £10. That is incredible value. Just perfect. There you go. Now, I've got two more bundles of your plains, and then we're going to go and have a look at some beautiful designer fabrics. Oh, this is going to be a metre of each. Oh, I like this. I like the neutral they've put in this one. Ooh, yes. So here we've got, it'll come up in my screen in a minute, but this is metre bundles here. This is Springtime Bloom. Yeah. $19.49, this is 3 metres. There is a metre of each of those fabrics. I've got spearmint, coral, and cappuccino. Yeah. And again, you know, have a play with them. Pop them in any different order and see how they look. But just use them with fabrics that you already have. If you know that you've got some of those colours already in your bundle and you just want something that's, it's building that stash, isn't it? That's the important thing here, is when you need that colour, you might not need it now, but when you come to it, it's like, oh yeah, no, I've got that. It's going to work a treat. So all I would say is possibly have a look at your bundles that you already have, your fabrics that you already have, your more expensive designer fabrics, and go, okay, what colourways do I really love? And then get those ones to go. You might be someone that loves purple, in which case this might be the bundle for you. Half metres of each of these. These are your purple fabrics. There they are. Half a metre, and we have got these, well, forest fruits, deep orchid, and damson in there. £9.75. So again, 1.5 meters of fabric for under £10. That is just fabulous. Excellent. Right, I promised you designer fabrics. Come with me. I'm just going to try and sort out my talk bag. Oh, we've got photos as well. That's excellent. Let's have a photo from Hilary. Oh, this is her garden. Oh, this is in Hertfordshire. Ah, the snowdrops are out. Lovely. Oh, I like the fiery stems at the back. They come out beautifully. But yeah, snowdrops. Good job. My mum and my godmum always have a little competition to see whose snowdrops come out first. But then they also have a competition to see who hears the first cuckoo as well. That's how we roll in our home. Right, I have designer fabrics for you. Have we got another photo? Oh, later. I can tease you with that one. Now, we showed you the beautiful Tilda Springtime book, which is just exquisite. I have workroom envy when I look through that book, but it kind of inspires me to have a little tidy up and make it look a bit better. So let's start with a bundle with some Tilda fabrics in it. Now here you've got your beautiful fireworks, and that's £26.99. Not just for that, by the way, you're getting 2.5 meters in here. Now again, yesterday, producer Hannes was saying, oh, I love greens and purples together. So guess what? You've got your spot on in there as well with the purple, which just, look at that, with then another of your tildes. So you've got 1 meter of tilde in there, 0.5 meter here, 0.5 meter there, and then you've got a lovely other shade of purple in there. And again, so you've got textures, you've got patterns, you've got shades. Nice. And then you've got your green in there as well. So £26.99, 2.5 meters of fabric, and this is the Tilda Sage Fabric Bundle. Oh, this is from Linda. Take a look at this while we're talking Tilda. One of Tilda's, oh, this is from the Springtime, but yeah, she's managed the little denim jacket. Does look a bit like you, producer Hannah. It's got your hair. Producer Hannah said she saw it and went, why does that look like me? And I have to say, Lynn, the fabric that you've used for the skirt, 2 of my all-time favourites. I salute your choice. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I also salute the fact you managed to make the smallest denim jacket in the world. Nice. So you've basically made a doll of Hannah. Unwittingly, potentially, because we don't often see Hannah on air, but she does. She's got amazing hair, has Hannah. Amazing. It's that sort of hair that you can just swoop up and it looks elegant. It's just effortless. Right. Oh, let's go Cave Big Floral. Yeah, I'm going to unravel this one. It's a good job I'm allowed more than one favourite, because this is, look at that. Yeah. This, when we had Cave in, and you can always go back and look at the Cave show, it was the 10th of August last year. Then we, Jess made a lovely cushion, fussy cutting big flowers, and this was to emulate one of the cushions in one of Cave's books. So that you could absolutely fussy cut these flowers and applique them, or have them as the main event. I think they're fabulous. So what we've done with this bundle is we've then matched the greens. This is the beauty. So we have great big racks of fabrics, our core fabrics that we have outside. So when we have like this kind of fabric, and of course Cave uses all the colours. He's not shy of a colour or two, is he? That's why we love Cave, quite frankly. If in doubt, add 20 more colours. And so what we do is we'll take the fabric, and we'll go along and we'll work our way along the rails until we find colours that go and that work. And that's what we've done here, and here they are. So we've picked out the greens that work. There's fern, citrus, and then you've got your pumpkin over here. So however you're going to work that fabric, it's all going to work an absolute treat. Now 2 meters of fabric, 0.5 meter of each here, but bearing in mind that 0.5 meter of that is Cave. Is this summer? Oh, producer Hannah's skip spring. She says she takes a bit longer to make things, so she should just start skip spring. She's just going to go straight to summer. Brilliant. But these are also very much. So 16.49. GC89. That's a good code, isn't it? If you know, not all codes are clearly created equal. Oh, can we go to Heather Bailey if we're going happy fabrics? Nice. Now, this is from the Hello Love collection. Hello Love. And this was inspired by songs from the Beatles. If you can guess which song, then I salute you. 1/2 metre of each. This is what one? Oh, Forever Fields. Now, oh, look at this one. Oh, zip, 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 zip. Twist and Shout. That looks like wallpaper from the 60s, doesn't it? If you're really on trend, then you had some interesting brown wallpaper. I love it. Oh, and I've got to open this one out. This is the Octopus Garden. It's just brilliant. Now, you could use strips of this and never know there was an octopus in there at all, but you might get a strip that just had the eyes. Isn't that fabulous? I mean, if you're going to be an octopus, pretty yourself up with a few flowers. That's clearly what they've done there. I was watching some of Freddie's kids' TV nature programs the other day, and there was an octopus that used to hide it, that hides itself in coconut shells and rolls around on the ocean floor. Good disguise. He could have done with a flower or two, to be fair. But 1/2 metre of each of these, and it's $23.49. This is why we've put all of those solids together for you, so that you can go, okay, I've got a stunning bundle like this. Now what I need are some planes to make this go a lot further. I would be required to fussy cut out at least one of those octopuses, octopi? Octopus, one of those. It is octopi, isn't it? It sounds better. Okay, we'll go with that. If you know, message in, because, you know, this is the problem. You don't get taught sort of Latin anymore, where you learn all those sorts of things. Now, Amy Reba. No, she's an American designer. I believe she's self-taught. Amazing. Which is wonderful. No, she did go to school. She's a self-taught artist. There you go. And so, you know, if you don't know the rules, you can't break them, can you? Just do what you love. And so here they are. They're bright, bold design. I love this one. It does look like hydrangeas, doesn't it? Are they your parents' favourite flowers? I had lots of... Oh, your favourites, not your parents. No, we're not talking about your parents. We're talking about you. It's all about Hannah. Well, now we'll know. Now we'll know what to get you when it comes down to flowers. We had a lot of hydrangeas in our wedding flowers. Yeah, because we got most of our flowers out of our garden and Mum's garden. So, oh, I know, it was lovely. I mean, our garden looked a little denuded by the end of it all, and you know, but it was great, lovely, beautiful. Hey, oh, now this is the other colourway of that one. It's nice to have the contrast, isn't it? Yeah. I can't decide what I think those are. Do they have to be anything, or can it just be abstract? Producer Hannah wants them to be leaves, but only on that one. What do you see on that one? I don't know. It feels a bit space agey, that one for me. You see petals, I see space age. And this, we all see hydrangeas. Hey, look, from afar, it doesn't look completely different. It looks like it could be hot air balloons. Or trees. Oh, I like a good arboretum. Now, there we go. So that is our Amy Reba fabric. Reba. Octoplodes? That sounds like they're going to explode. We've had someone message in, it's octopi or octoplodes. I don't want to think of exploding. It depends where you are in the world. Does it change? Does language change where you are in the world? Of course, language changes where you are in the world. Now, in here, this is our art gallery fabrics. Now, in here, we've got Maureen Cracknell designs, and we've also, actually, do you know, I Googled what she looked like. Because I don't know, I think because I had a boyfriend whose mother was Maureen, I always think of it as being an older lady's name. But actually, she's young and stunning and gorgeous. I was like, you don't look like I think a Maureen's going to look. Now, this one's Barry J. So we've got a mixture of Maureen Cracknell and Barry J. I think they go beautifully together because it's the colour palettes there. So if you are an avid quilter and you go for the designers that you know, that you love, whose work you love, then your quid's in here, aren't you? Because you've got Barry J and you've got Maureen Cracknell. So that's your Barry J. And then these are your Maureen Cracknell. This is a light reflection of love collection, which, yeah, no, it does look like flowers sort of reflecting. It's kind of got a watercolory feel to it. But then, you see, you go in with more detail. Ta-da! And it's more of a screen print. I really like it. But then it's going to work with the Barry J one. That's why we've bundled them together. And now, oh, it helps if I show it around the right way, doesn't it? There you go. Art Gallery Fabric, what they absolutely pride themselves in. Oh, yeah, no, I held it up the wrong way, producer, and I had it up upside down. Oh, can we open it up? Yeah, no, we can open it up. So you can see the repeat. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, yes, Art Gallery Fabrics pride themselves in the fact that they use a very special substrate. That's the base fabric. So it's still 100% cotton, but it's beautifully fine. So it's a quilter's weight. Oh, look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous repeat? So it's a quilter's weight, but it has such a soft, fine drape on it. Firstly, so that the pattern can be really intricate and not bleed. And also so that you do have that soft drape, so that should you wish to use it for dressmaking, it's absolutely perfect for that as well. So LLGC 75, and that is what they feel very, very passionately about at Art Gallery Fabrics. So not only do they have incredible design, I think that's beautiful. You could see that, couldn't you, as a nice little summer top? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Be lovely. Yeah, possibly not enough. Tim says not enough fabric there for him. Well, because he'd want like a maxi dress, obviously. Of course, of course. Lovely. Oh, that would look beautiful in a maxi dress, wouldn't it? Right, okay. Oh, now we've got all the designers next. Whoa. Okay. Are we ready for this? Because I'm going to start off with some Delft china from Kaif. So your classic blue and white china. Kaif's got a bit of a thing about blue and white china. He's got quite a lot of it. Oh, apparently I've got to warn you, we've got some bunnies. Not like loose in the studio, but we've got the big-eared bunnies coming up in a minute as well. Just to warn you. Because that's perfect for Christmas. Christmas? Easter. You don't get Christmas bunnies. Easter bunnies. What am I talking about? So we've got a few of those from the Joe Carter range. I think because we saw that so many of you on our fan page have been making them. Do you want a little sneak peek? Let's go. What am I talking about? Let's have a little sneak peek at our bunnies. We've managed to get a few of these because so many of you on our fan page have been making these ready for Easter. And we're like, do you know what? We've got some of these. So we're going, a lot of you were asking, well, where can we get them? Where can we get them? We've got some. And they're beautiful. So we'll come and have a little look at those in just one moment. Okay, let's finish off this bundle and then we'll go over and be bunny-tastic. This is 1/2 metre of Kaif Delft china. Stunning, isn't it? Yeah. And in this one, we've also got, I'll show you the other Kaif that we've got. So you've got 2 Kaifs in here. You've got 2 Heather Baileys. And then you've got, it is a general stash builder. If these are your colours, yeah, no, you might not use all these together. We're not suggesting that this is, have these and get a quilt. But if you do just love, ooh, yes. I know that some of you have a little more than just one project on the go at a time. Guilty as charged. So maybe this is it. Maybe if these are the colorways that you love to work with or they're just fabrics that you love, that's another Kaif, and I do enjoy that one an awful lot. Then this is the perfect bundle for you, especially if these are the kind of colors that you enjoy or you're going into springtime and that these are just perfect for that. So you've got 2 Kaifs there, and what we've done is we've put a couple of plains in there, a couple of 1/2 meters of plains in there as well. So you've got something to complement. So you've got those, and then you've got the Octopi What was the other one? Explode? Octoplose. And then you've also got your twist and shout in there. So you've got, if you couldn't decide on your K for your header, just go for this one, then you've got a bit of everything. Now, Producer Hannah, I'm going to take this with me, and this one. Hello. Bunnies have been doing what bunnies do best, and multiplying whilst I've been gone. So, you know, we said spring, and you said, yeah, but we need bunnies for spring. So here they are. Now, this took us by storm, the very first time we ever brought the big-eared bunny to air, and still there's an appetite for these. Oh, that sounds awful. I can't say appetite and bunnies in the same, no. There is still a huge love for the big-eared bunny. Woo! Let's take a look at the bundle that we have for you. So, if you would like the yellow one, hang on a minute, is this Liberty? Oh, Liberty-esque. Oh, it's very esque, isn't it? So this is your yellow bunny. So a 1/2 metre of your biscuit, and then a 1/2 metre of your Liberty very-esque fabric, plus your toy stuffing, plus your instructions, plus your thread. You will have a lot of wadding in there. Oh, yeah, because you get toy filling and you get wadding. Because the wadding is for the ears. You hardly use any of the wadding for the ears. It's only like that bit. There's enough in there to make at least 2. What I would say is have a look through. I'm just going to be honest, okay? If I were you and I got this bundle, I would save that complete big bundle of wadding. Pop that to the side. And if you've got in your stash just little bits of wadding, use that up. Scratch buster. And then you've got a whole one for something else. But you've got the instructions as well. So that actually, unless you're just going to make, we had a wonderful photo on our fan page of someone who'd made about 20 of them. They were cropping up all over the place. And you get a skein in there so that you can do ears, nose, whiskers, eyes. And that's not actually on the picture. So it's like a little extra, isn't it? And that's under £20. That's £10 a bunny. Look at him. Yay! Hello. Now, we are more limited on the yellow. Very springtime colour, isn't it? But we've also got a blue one. Well, a bluey purpley one. Have we just called it blue? Sit up, bunny. So again, Liberty-esque. So here we have Joe Carter's blue bunny kit. You've got 1/2 metre of biscuit, 1/2 metre of your Liberty-esque. Woohoo! You've got filling. You've also got your wadding for the ears, unless you've got some in your stash, just, you know, save the big packet then. You've got your skein for the mouth and nose and whiskers and eyes and all of that. You've got the instructions, which is also, of course, very important. And you've got your thread to actually sew the whole thing together. It's everything. It's the complete shebang for under £20. And then you've got the patterns. So, you know, these rabbits can keep on multiplying. I need to make some of these for Easter. Oh, this is Director Tim's favourite. Are you allowed favourites today? Have you been allowed? Oh, no one can stop him. Gosh, get him. That's his favourite and he's not afraid to say it. There it is. Oh, you're multi-buying. Good on you. Good on you. I think they're multi-buying both, Tim. It's not just because you like the... Oh, just... He's adamant. No, it's just the blue one. They just love the blue one because I like it too. No. Now, here's the other thing to say. If you are new to us, and actually, you might, we've only just gone onto Sky just recently, so you might have been in the situation where this is the first time you've seen the big-eared bunnies. Now, we bought the big-eared bunny very, very early on when we launched the channel, and he flew out. Absolutely flew out. So it's your choice which one you get. So lots of people out there have had time to make many a bunny, and indeed have made many a bunny. But there they go. So your kit will make 2, but it's either going to be 2 of the yellow or 2 of the blue. Oh, they should come in pairs. I just think they're gorgeous. So $19.99, under £20, wadding, stuffing, skein, thread, metre of fabric. So the blue one is the exact same bundle, it's just this fabric rather than that fabric. So that's the bundle. And of course that doesn't show you the skein that you also get in order to do their noses. Do you see their tails? They look like they're doing row, row, row the boat. Row, row, row your boat. There. Ba, 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 ba. Whoop, 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 whoop. Metre and a half of the pink fabrics. Yes, producer Hannah. I'm just going to put the bunnies over there. Now, a lot of you made the originals with Joe's instructions, but what about doing them in Easter shades with your pink? So you've got your bundle. And actually, you know what else is a good one? You could be making an entire Warren. You could go crazy. Oh, you know what this one would go with, producer Hannah? If you then wanted fabrics to contrast it with, you could then do it with your Amy Reba fabrics. So you've got the pinks, and you've got that blue, that glacier blue goes nice with that. So Amy Reba down the bottom. It would be nice with the hydrangeas. Could you imagine you could fussy cut the bottom, the tail? That would be very cute. And actually, because you could make two. You could have one with a green tail, one with a pink tail. Lovely. Beautiful. Now, yeah, we can get the bluey ones. So these are your blues. And then, producer Hannah, I would really like to look at the one with the cappuccino in, because that's good bunny body colour. Got to think about the bunny body, right? So it might not be. A bunny is not just for Easter, by the way. So a bunny is obviously a year-round commitment. And I think this is perfect. If you're making for a little one, how gorgeous would this be? And you might have some beautiful blue fabric, pattern fabric in your stash already, but you just want this for the body. And then you can mix and match it in. So, you know, or maybe you've gone for the Amy Reba. Yeah. See, it's decisions. So all of these fabric choices are now on the website underneath where you can watch live. They're all there, because I am very aware we've bought you a lot this morning. A huge amount. But great if you want to mix them through with the bunnies. Great. No, it's my 3 metre bundle over here, but it's got a metre of the cappuccino, which would mean if you can get 2 bunnies out of the normal bundle, which has a ½ a metre, then if you've got a whole metre, that's 4 bunnies with whatever then contrasting fabric you want. You could make him a little carrot. Oh, perfect. There you go. So I do think that cappuccino is a good bunny body option. Again, more sentences I never imagined saying at work. This makes a lovely bunny body option. And just have it in your stash, because it's just one of those really handy ones. Now, what other bunnies make good bunny fabrics? What other bunnies make good bunny fabrics? What other fabrics make good bunnies? Oh, maybe you want to do a whole rainbow of bunnies. Now there's an idea. You could have them sat up on your shelves in a rainbow order. $27.49. You're getting 3.5 meters here. That's a lot of fabric. Oh, apparently, please do check out on this one, because there are a lot of you with this in your basket. So any rainbow bundles that we do. Oh, producer Hannah, I know what I forgot. I also brought across Art Gallery fabrics. Now these, of course, are the perfect fabrics for your contrast for your bunny. It'd be lovely. And if you did go for the bunny body bundle, it's not called the bunny body bundle, But the art gallery fabric and the 3 meter bundle there with your springtime balloons, look how well those go. That would be a bundle that had to go with that, surely. I think that's stunning. Really love that. And then you've got all sorts of bunny combinations. Oh, you might not be making bunnies, you might be making something else. Which is that the bunnies are here, so we're just talking about them. 2349 LLGC 75. I like that, that makes me very happy. Oh, the thread packs, yes. We haven't touched on those, have we? There's so much everywhere. Okay, thread packs here. Sometimes you want to match your threads, absolutely. So what we've got are 2 different thread bundles for you. I'm going to go with, here we go, these ones here are your pastels. They're all Gutermann, polyester Gutermann. I use Gutermann a lot, I have to say. I did have a little scan down my my thread rack the other day. I was like, yeah, no, Gutermann's in there a lot, isn't it? So you've got all of your different springtime ones. You have got in there 7 100-meter spools of thread in there. There we go. And it's very low on lint, so it's not going to bung up your machine. Sorry? Do I have my classic spring bundle? What, you mean this one that it all matches perfectly with, producer Hannah? Yes, there you go. It's almost like it was made to go with it, isn't it? It was a lovely gift for someone. Oh, now, okay, so we were having this debate in the office, is do you buy projects for people to make themselves for Mother's Day, or do you make something for them for Mother's Day? The room was divided. Very much. I guess it depends if your mother likes to sew or not. That kind of would be the deciding point, wouldn't it? Oh, now I'm going to show this one and this one. So this is the Brights, and your code is KQGQ95. And again, 7, oh, can you not see the one right at the end? There. It's like a, oh, look at the sheen on that. Beautiful. So this is your French cottage. Be any cottage. Doesn't have to be French. And that's $8.99, and you get 7 in there. But what I put it with, because you've got your aquas and your purples and your pinks in there. I can't remember which one it's called, because they've all got random names. Oh, producer Hannah's getting it for me. Ask and Hannah will provide. There we go. That is your Aurora. Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered that. Aurora fabric bundle there for $9.75. Yeah, nice. Ooh. Oh, bunny stock check. Yellow bundle. Oh, hang on, I nearly picked him up. Your yellow bunny bundle. Okay, less than half the stock left there. Just so you know, $19.99. Each kit makes 2. $19.99 for your big-eared bunny. Then you've got the pattern, and you can go rogue. Make whatever you want. Now, here's your blue one. Your blue one, is that more popular? Over 1/3 of that one's gone. We had a little bit more stock of the blue. So if you're after your blue, and that's direct to Tim's favourite, but don't let that put you off. $19.99, MDGC 55. Which one are you going for? Actually, they look really nice together, don't they? Ah, there you go, and put their arms around each other. Beautiful. Now, your classic spring bundle. Well, this one, that one, is your most popular bundle. Well, it's perfect, isn't it? Any kind of springtime project, you've got it covered. Dunk. In single figures now, so please check out your baskets if you've got this. If you are new to us, you can check out your baskets as many times as you like throughout the day. 2.5 meters of fabric there. We only charge you 1 P&P per day. So if you've checked out on the rabbits because you don't want to miss out, that's fine. If you check out again later on, you're not going to incur any more P&P. It's 1 P&P per day, which, you know, is worth shouting about because not everywhere does that. Now, when you get these, if you buy 2 of these bundles, then they will be pre-cut into your 1/2 meters. Now, of course, a 1/2 meter is the equivalent to 2 fat quarters. If you buy 2 of these, then you'll get 2 pre-cuts at 1/2 meters. Now, a couple of people asking about what, Hannah? Oh, when the bunnies were demoed, yes, because you have to go back onto YouTube. If you go onto the 1st of February onto YouTube, that was the most recent demo. So go to YouTube, put in Sewing Quarter the 1st of February, and your big-eared bunnies with Jo Carter. That is her most recent demo of them. And that was this year's. But do you know what? It was about February time that she bought them last year. Oh, it was March, okay. Which is, you know, nearly February. Yeah, it's around February, give or take. MDGC 66. There you go. So that's $19.99. Pick which bunny you like. Make sure you don't miss out on your springtime bundle. Coming up next, we've got Janis. And she's doing what she does best, which is children's clothing. This is where Janis started. Oh yes, she's a seamstress by trade, and this is what she loves to do. She used to have her own shop making children's clothing, so she's right in her comfort zone next hour, bringing us the most gorgeous baby boy shirt and trouser combo. It's a bit gorgeous, I have to say. So we've also got a book full of gorgeous nursery items. So stay with us for next hour. Check out your baskets, make sure you're not missing out on any of this smorgasbord of lovely fabrics, and make sure you grab your bunnies, and I'll see you in a moment. Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
Hi, my name's Jo Carter, and these are my top 3 tips. My first tip would be, even if your sewing room is normally a real mess, and mine always is, try and take the time to organise your fabric, your stash into colour order, because being able to see it and have it there, meaning you can pick out the colours and have them to hand and try fabrics together, really does help when you're quilting, and it means you use all of your fabric and things don't get lost and forgotten about. My second tip would be try and get to know your sewing machine. So spend an hour or an afternoon trying out buttonholes and various stitches, and just get to know what it can do, because then when you've tried them, you know you can bring things into projects and make life easier a lot of the time. And my third tip will be try and sew when there's somebody else around, so that they can keep you supplied with fresh cups of tea, so your sewing's not interrupted.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air. Join us on Monday the 19th of February when guest designer Deborah Sims shows us how to sew a gorgeous reversible wrap skirt. Not content with being 2 skirts in one, this twirl-worthy pattern offers a choice of silhouettes, pretty binding, waistband ties and practical pockets. The best bit? It's a breeze to make. Sewing Bee star Deborah guides us through the pattern and an array of fabrics. Try on fashion-forward prints by Amy Butler, vintage ditzy florals and eye-catching hot pinks. So make sure not to miss out and start planning this new addition to add to your wardrobe. Monday the 19th of February at 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Hello and welcome back. Now this hour, little change of pace, we've got some clothing for you. It's baby boy clothing. Do you know, as a mother of a boy, I have to say, if you go into the supermarkets and you look for clothes for boys, you have to wade your way through about 5 aisles of glittery pink before you get to the half aisle of boys' clothes. And it's upset me for a while now, so just get that off my chest. So actually, boys there is less choice out there for them. So we're putting that right for you today, and you can now make your own gorgeous collection. And look at this. Oh, we've got a shirt and trouser combo for you, which is just divine. Big, gorgeous wooden buttons on there. Now, in the bundles, there's enough to make both the trousers, and look at the detailing on here. They're just gorgeous. The trousers and the t-shirt, the shirt. Do you know what? I'm going to take these down. There you go. Just, oh, beyond cute. Look at that. Oh, they're so diddy. Now, this has come out of the Home Sewn Nursery book, which is just lovely, and that's here. So what we've done is we've given you a bundle with the book. So if you don't have the book, and the book is wonderful, we'll take a look at the book because we will have that separately for you. And it's not just clothes in there, it's everything. It's your toys, it's all sorts. And then in the back, you've got all of your patterns. They're all in there. So it's got everything from bibs to balls to rabbits to quilts to all sorts, to mobiles, all sorts of things are all in here. So this is, you know, forget having to go onto the high street to decorate your kid's bedroom or your grandchild's bedroom. It's all in here and super, super, super cute. So what we've done is we've given you the book, and then we've also given you a ½ meter of each of those fabrics. Oh, a meter, sorry, hang on. A meter of the gingham and a ½ meter of your linen texture. I want to show you this gingham. Now that's enough to make your shirt and your trousers, okay? Up to the age of 3. Now, this is a woven gingham. Now, ginghams are not all created equal. Sometimes you'll have a printed gingham, which is exactly as it says. You have a plain fabric and then they'll print the colour on top. This is a woven gingham, which means there isn't sort of a right or a wrong side necessarily, because both sides, the yarn is dyed before it's woven. So that is then the woven effect that gives you this beautiful gingham. So, which is absolutely lovely. And I just want to show you, that's all right. Because we had a conversation about this the other day, about how rich and fabulous this linen look fabric is here. When you get it, it's got such a beautiful depth of fabric. Now, this is linen look. This isn't actual linen. So it's not going to crease the moment you look at it. It's pretty 100% cotton. Okay, so, you know, yeah, producer Hannah has she doesn't have kids, but she's worked as a nanny, so she's like, no, she knows. You don't want to be ironing small things. It's a pain. We've also given you 2 things of thread, and we've also given you elastic, because you need the stretch. And that is enough fabric in there with the book, which gives you the pattern. And that gives you everything. You don't have to worry about anything. Now, the other bundle that we've got that gives you enough to make that and that. Now, the only thing that you have to add in is your choice of button or snap. That's the only thing. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, this is the other big bundle. So we've got 2 big bundles with the book, the thread, the elastic, everything in. So you're not having to worry. This might be a gift that you give to someone as sort of an alternative sort of baby shower. They can make everything themselves. Or maybe you have a day with your friends and you make everything ready for the baby. Now, that's the sort of accessories. Let's have a look at this fabric. Aeroplanes, helicopters and aeroplanes, a meter of that fabulous fabric. Love this. Now, this is 100% cotton. You want that 100% cotton next to your little one. It means it's also going to wash and wear beautifully. And then you've got your meter of your Macawa. And again, 100% cotton. You've also got your elastic, you've got your threads. Now, in the book, the pattern goes up to the age of 3. So you've got 12 months to 18 months, and then, or something like that. And, 12 months per year, 1 to 2, and then 2 to 3. The sizing's in the book, and this will make up to the largest size. So you, depending on how big your 3-year-old is, of course, if you're like mine, and you have bred a giant, then, you know, it'll do you to about 18 months. And that's fine. Very comfortable with that. We will go to Janis in a minute. She's waiting in the wings, eager to show us what to do. We are also offering you the book by itself. We will have a good look through the book, but if you want the book by itself, we'll look at it over with Janis in a minute because it's got some beautiful things on it. You'll notice in my copy of the book, there are lots of pages highlighted. If ever there was a book to make you feel broody, it's that one. So yeah, I want that. I want that. I want that. Now, a lot of you already have this book, love it, and have already made lots of different things from it. So we're not going to make you buy it again if you've already got it. Although, I mean, how nice, you can then give it to a friend. So what we've done is we've then put various bundles together so that you can just get making, so that we've sourced the fabrics for you that will make the top and the trousers, or indeed anything else that you wish to make. So let's start with the check bundle. So this is the same fabric that we've made the trouser. I say we, Janis has made that. So you don't get you get your threads, your fabric. So 1 meter, 1/2 meter, 2 threads, source your own elastic. That's 16.49. ONGC 33. That's what you're getting. 2 threads, 2 fabrics. Now let's go to the aeroplanes and helicopters next. Again, 2 threads, 2 fabrics. So all of these bundles I'm now going to show you are all 2 threads, 2 fabrics. So this is your aeroplanes and helicopters. So exactly the same, but you might already have the book. We're a little bit limited on this one, but little boys, they do love a helicopter. It is multi-directional. I mean, it's like going to an air show with that one. So no pattern matching, you don't have to worry about that. So that is $14.99. So 1 meter of your aeroplanes and helicopters, 1/2 meter of your plain blue, 2 threads. Now this is the one that we're going to demo in. Bit of a summertime seaside theme. Here it is. So 1 meter of your fish. Seaside fish. And again, multi-directional as well. And then you've got your blue shorts or trousers. Gorgeous. I wonder if you've got enough there to make a little hat as well. Little sun hat. Oh, we've got 2 more bundles to go. I love this. This is brilliant. This is producer Hannah's favourite. She's not going to lie. I really like the gingham. But this is, you know, your quintessentially British baby bundle. So you're getting 1 meter of the London fabric, and then again all of this 100% cotton, and then 1/2 meter of your linen, your linear in the grey. Fabulous. And of course your threads as well. Now the last one is a Lewis and Irene fabric. Two threads again in this one, and this has got your cars on, your racing cars and motorbikes. As a lot of you know, my son's had glandular fever and his neck's been really, really sore and stiff. So I made him his own special little pillow with buckwheat husks and lavender in, and I made it in this, and he carries it with him everywhere. So he can get, yeah, you can use it for other things, and I just mentioned that because he absolutely loves it. And now when he wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, he comes trundling into my bed with his own pillow. That's all right, I can cope with that. So 1 meter of that, 1/2 meter of your grey linen look, and 2 grey threads. Beautiful. I'm going to take my outfit. My book is awaiting. Hurrah! Janis, hello. I haven't seen you for absolute age.
I know.
Are you well?
On the weekend. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Different hair and everything.
Again.
You're like a chameleon. Every time I see you, there's different hair.
But I don't like me dark. I'm going to go blonde again. So.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I think so.
You go blonde, pink,
So,
coral, everything.
That's it, and that's what I can do with my blonde, you see.
Now, Janis.
Yeah.
This is coming home for you, isn't it?
Yeah. That's my babies.
Oh,
yeah,
this is how you started, wasn't it? You had your own children's
shop in America first.
In America first?
In America first.
Get all over the place.
Yeah, so, and then I re-established it over here 20 years later.
Gosh.
So, but it didn't plan out as I'd liked.
Hey, but here you are, then
and
your game.
I'm here now, so as
now,
one door closes, another one opens.
You, so kids' clothing is where you're happy.
Yeah.
And these are no exception. And just look at the little detailing on there. So your waistband there in the gingham. It's those little details on the pockets. They're actual pockets.
They're lovely, aren't they?
And then
Yeah.
you do have things to carry when you're through, Producer Hannah, like stones, leaves, sticks.
Yeah.
Worms, yeah, no, if you can get some muddy worms in there, so much the better. Yeah, no, it's a good worm pocket there. Maybe you could, you know, stick a stick through there. Yeah. When we do dog walks, when Freddie was that sort of age and we used to do dog walks with him, he'd get slower and slower, like, why are you walking so slowly? I mean, toddlers don't exactly walk fast anyway, at the best of times. And then we'd look at his pockets and they'd be bulging with stones. And we're like, oh, right, that's why. Now, this fabric washes very well. That is possibly one of the most important things. That's why we've given you 100% cotton, because let's face it, they get grubby. By the time you've got a few worms in your pocket, you need to be able to wash it.
Yes, you do, definitely.
Yeah.
And they can wash and wash and wash and wash and wash.
Perfect.
So
now,
it's lovely.
You have picked the juicy bits.
Yeah. The hardest part on the shirts are the collar.
Okay.
On any shirt is the collar. It's just getting the collar right.
Especially when it's idly-biddly too.
So, and with it being little, that's why I've really made it. So that's, we do just the collar on the shirt. So.
Gorgeous. I am so in love with this, and I doubt Freddie could even get an arm in it now. Oh. He's such a beast.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Yes, yes.
So the first thing I'm going to do with the collar, because sorry.
No, just going to say it's super soft as well, so it's nice next to the skin.
And it's lovely colours as well. The fabrics are beautiful, so it's personal choice to what people like, isn't it?
There just isn't in the supermarkets. There just aren't the choices for boys.
No.
Is this just not there?
Never has been, and that's why at the children's shop, my customers knew I always did more boys than girls. Yeah. Because girls' clothes you can get anywhere. Yeah. Boys with clothes you can't. No. So, and I always tried to specialise more.
You were writing that wrong, Janis.
Yes, I was.
Yes, one shirt at a time.
Boys.
So where do we start with this collar? The rest of it's made, we're just looking at collars.
You interface the one side.
Does it matter which side?
No, no. And if you notice, you've got a curved edge on the one side and the other side straight. So with the curved edge, what we have to do is fold it in 5/8 and press them down 5/8, and then what we're going to do then is just press it and then snip it to 1/4 inch. Okay. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So that's roughly about 5/8 should be.
Where's your seams right, Janis?
I know. You know, I didn't have it with me.
Oh, we've got it in the next hour.
We got it in the next hour.
That's where it is. It's snuck off into the next hour. No, it's not there.
Damn. I should have thought about this. No, let's just go a bit
further. We're going to get it for you now, Janis, because this is Janis championed our seams right tool right from the very beginning. The very first time we ever brought it out, and Janis was like, well, this is what you need. It's a great piece of kit. And of course, then we forgot to get it for you. Sorry about that.
No, my fault. So if I just press that down.
Now, Janis, hang on. I can move. Look at this. We've got you all set up today. Yay!
The little sleeve boards.
Now, this is the little sleeve board. This was brand new.
I'm left-handed.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Just swing it around whichever way you like, Janis. You go for it. The sleeve board was brand new. We're very limited on this because so many of you went for it the other day. And that's absolutely fine. You know, we're very comfortable with that. It's exactly why I bought it for you. And also, you've got your measurements on here. So you've got your inches and your centimetres on there.
I need a new one, I must admit.
Oh, well, there you go. And also perfect for all these smaller projects. Now, the iron that we've given you, Janis, is the Prim iron. And this is a steam iron. This is a tiddly tiny steam iron.
Thank you.
Perfect. If you actually, if you've got sort of dexterity issues, you can just hold it over there. It's not too heavy. There you go. There's your seams,
so there's my seams, right? So I'm going to use it to the 5/8 seam. So that's pretty accurate anyway.
Yeah, pretty spot on. So good eyeballing, Janis.
That's it. So then what you do...
Can we just show that again, just very quickly? So this is, if you do have the seams right, then here we go. It's 5/8, wasn't it? Then you can check.
That's it there.
You've got that in there. Or if you want to, so you can use that to mark. And so that it means that you can just check. Yep, 5/8, 5/8. You see, you can tell that you've been dressmaking for for a year or two. I won't say how many. We can just keep that between us.
So then, if I use that again, because
yeah,
it also shows the 1/4 of an inch that we've got to trim it down to.
Oh, okay.
So, but if I start us off, so there's the 1/4 of an inch. If you can see that on the camera. So I'm going to just now snip it to a 1/4 of an inch.
Now, all of these measurements and how to do this are all in the book. Why don't you just fold it over at a 1/4 of an inch? Why do you have to put it back?
It just gives it a good press.
Oh, okay.
It's all about the pressing. With dressmaking, it's all, and I can't stress that enough. Every time I'm on, I say press, press, press.
It's a pressing match.
Because you'll never guess. And I always press it.
Oh, God, there you go, it's there.
And I'll always press it again afterwards as well. But press, press, press all the time.
In fact, I did quote you on that the other day, Janis, because I think it was you. Cause I had the ham on. I had the pressing ham on. And I remember you saying that, you know, when you are dressmaking, you only get one chance to get that seam pressed perfectly, and this is it. So it's good that we've got the right tools for the job. And it's apparently we've broken half the set behind us. Yeah, they're waiting, having a good old rummage around.
So that's pressed.
It's not like having mice, is it? It's like having elephants back there.
So then the thing we do, we have to then machine stitch 5/8 seams, always on clothing. It's always 5/8 seams. So what we have to do then is machine stitch around the 2 short edges and the 1 long edge.
So we're not machine stitching that bit?
You're not machining that, no.
Oh.
No. So that's the one that you're going to attach to the...
All these instructions are in the book, by the way, when you get the book. We'll have a look at the book in a minute. I've never made a shirt.
Well, now you're going to learn.
Pay attention. There you go. You're going to learn.
So just machine stitch the 5/8.
So forwards and back, hold it in place, and off we go. Whee! Easy.
I always seem to shake when I'm on air, and I don't know what.
Oh, it's the nerves.
I don't know, I can't control it. I've got to stop shaking. Stop shaking.
Have you had breakfast?
I haven't this morning.
Oh, well, there you go. My next question was, have you had too much coffee?
Probably.
That's it. Oh, well, there you go. You see, a mixture of too much coffee, not enough breakfast. Janice, you've got to look after yourself.
And I haven't had my sweets either because glucose helps you stop drying up when you're talking.
Oh, really?
Oh. So that's the both seams, side seams, one short seams.
Oh, we gave you the left-handed scissors as well today. Everything's come out for you today, Janice.
It's good, isn't it?
We've got plenty of time, so don't you worry.
So there we go, 5/8 again.
So around 3 sides, 5/8, but not on those sides that you ironed and pressed down. Whee!
Going down.
There it goes.
Okay.
Okay. Good job.
That's it.
Are we ironing still? Pressing? Any more pressing to do right now?
No, at the moment. It's just
now,
about snipping.
Oh, hang on. What are you doing? She's got her scissors out. She's on the go again.
I'm just now going to snip the corners.
Let me just show you that. So we're reducing the bulk in the corners there. There we are. And that's just within, so where you've got your 5/8 of an inch down there, and you've got your 5/8 along there, Janice has just taken off that corner, poof, across there. That's a technical dressmaking term. Boom. Now, in my world, boom, off it goes.
So then what we do then is we actually then just trim the seams down anyway.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
So there is a little bit
always, because of the bulk, you just get rid of the bulk.
Okay.
Okay. Trim them down. And trim them down.
Yeah, do you know, Producer Hannah says, I guess this is even more important because it's for a little person.
Yeah. A little person. Ah.
For the wee ones.
Oops. Make sure you don't cut through the fabric.
We've got loads of time, Janice. We're all good. Don't you rush.
I don't rush. I'm just, you know. And what you do then is you turn it right side out. So
you're going to need the presser, aren't you?
Yeah. Sorry, did I?
No. You've got to, you know.
And then either with the dobber or...
Oh, I've got the dobber.
Have you got the dobber there? Might
Don't
be better to use the dobber on this because it's such a little...
Well, you don't want to go through your fabric, do you?
No.
Gosh. So this is the corner of your...
That's it.
Collar. Yeah, thank you. That word.
So if you haven't got a dobber, the other trick is needle and thread. Oh, I'll try and show this
trick
one.
The other day, Janice, and I thought of you.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What did I do with that needle? I keep losing.
I'm just going to move this out your way for a second, Janice, just so that you've got room. And also just to tell you that the ironing board now has sold out. Well done if you managed to get one of those. We will get more in. That was just what we had left from when we had it on the other day.
No, it's not threading.
We need to get you the needle threader as well.
Hang on.
I think I got it.
I think I've done
She's
it.
got it.
Yeah, I've got it. So what you do, double thread. And to bring your seams out, we're going to press them in a bit though, but to bring your seams out, what you do, go into the seam with your needle, double thread, up as far as you want to go, but not too far. Pull your both threads either side of that and just give it a gentle pull, and that going across will pull that seam out.
Can I show you the difference?
All the way.
So that's where Janice has pulled it out. So you'd repeat that all the way along, but you see how nice and crisp that is. Whereas here, it's it's not as crisp. It hasn't been pulled out yet.
But if I had time, I would pull.
You'd do that all the way along.
Yeah.
And make sure that that's all, because then you've got nice crisp collar.
You've got the nice crisp collar. So then
for these dapper boys.
So we need to press it.
That we're all going to have.
So I'm going to press it on the inside. Just to get the seam out.
It's a handy little iron, isn't it, this one?
It's ideal for this. And then, of course, if you've got a mini iron, you can get right into them corners.
Yeah.
So
this has got a steam function on it as well, if you needed steam.
Normally, I think I would. That's it. Let me just have a go at the steam. Then again, what we'll do, because I've got to press it the other side, we'll use the steam.
So you press that flat.
Then that will bring the seam out quite nice.
Okay.
And especially if you've got your, what's the name on? That's it. And then if we use the steam.
Yep.
There's the steam. That one
there.
in the middle.
I don't know if we've actually got any water in there,
No,
Janice, to be honest. I might have got you overexcited. We often don't use steam in the studio, just on the off chance that it, sets off all our fire alarms. And then we have to evacuate the studios, because that's not exciting TV.
No, it isn't.
An empty studio with all of us going, oh, I could always drag in a fireman, I guess. But
so then if
they don't like false alarms.
Back over there, then you get your shirt. And then you're going to attach this right sides together.
Right, so hang on, where are we going with this?
Okay, where we're going. We're going to open out that seam.
So this is the very corner edge seam.
We're going to open it out, if I can get my hands in there. That's it. And we're going to attach that seam right to the end of the actual facing.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, the other difference was in the actual pattern in the book, what I actually did, which it doesn't tell you to do, is when you do your actual facing, I always top stitch to hold it down more. It doesn't say that in the book.
Oh, but that's a good top tip.
Yeah.
And actually, looking at your shirt's top stitch too.
Just top stitch it down, just hold it down. It doesn't say it in the book, but it just gives it that nice finish. So
a little top Janis tip.
Yeah. So then all we're going to do then is attach that seam on this
right to the edge.
Right to the edge. And then we're going to pin it in place.
Right, let me just show here. So you know that corner we just poked out there? Go to the other end. The other end, and then there you go. Line that up with the end of your, that's that bit there. So at the top there, line that up, and then you're going to
Go straight across
go all the way round
to the other side.
and pin that
Yeah.
all the way around. But just on one side. Hang on, what's going to happen with all that?
It's going to be sewn in.
Okay.
You're jumping the gun. Stop it.
I'm excited to see this come together.
What's she like?
So whilst you pin those,
So I'm just going to pin this right across.
can I show you this in the book actually? I'm very aware I haven't actually shown you this in the book. So whilst you pin that,
Yeah. You carry on.
now you might have noticed I did restrain myself a little bit, but this book was so gorgeous I wanted to show you all sorts of things. So jungle wall art was one of my favourites. So if you want the book just by itself, see, Freddie would love a bit of that. He's really into his animals.
Well, there you go. That's
Yeah,
stop sewing.
perfect.
You get time.
Oh, I
It's
know.
all about time,
I
isn't
did
it?
make him a squirrel the other day. And look at that, the froggy hooded towel. Yes. Yes. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. Love that one in there as well. So it's not just your dressmaking, you've got all sorts. Now, if you have a small child, then the nursing cushion is a must. Speaking from personal experience, it's a must. Or maybe you know someone that's going to have a little one. Because that was the thing. I remember when I was pregnant with Freddie, and I hadn't got a clue what I needed.
What you need.
And I just remember putting out a thing on Facebook going, those of you that had kids, what would be the top thing that you ever needed? So, again, exactly, Producer Hannah, in baby showers, often people are given like multiple things that they just don't use.
It's true.
But this is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And yeah, I've still got mine. These are your sunshine Skittles. Now, my boy loves a ball. Loves to throw them around the place. But we've got Skittles like this, and he absolutely loves them. We set it up in the hallway. Hours of fun. Hours of fun. He absolutely loves it. And you can make them bright, colourful. You can applique on all your numbers. It's a great way to get them to learn to count as well.
Yeah. With the Skittles.
It's just lovely, and they absolutely love it. That little munchkin.
Because they learn so quick, don't they?
Yeah.
They pick up everything now, don't they?
Even when you don't think they're listening.
No, I know.
Now, these are the trousers, which we're going to have a go at in the second half of the hour.
Yeah.
Now, very clear instructions, step by step, different sizes as well, and all the patterns are in the back. But it does take you through step by step, and then your little one can be smooshing around in them. Those little active bums running around everywhere. And then this is the shirt. They're just gorgeous. Little shirt, and of course, in whatever fabric you decide to do, all of our bundles give you enough to give you the shirt and the trousers, each of our bundles, which I'll go and show you through in a minute. Now, see, look, so we're at the moment doing the collars. There we go, that's where Janis is at, up there. G, and then we'll go on to H. So that's where we're at right now. So full photographic instructions, and then your sewing basics. So if you go, oh, I don't know, am I up to this? Never done this before, that's okay. Talks to you about your patterns and your templates, how to work through those, your tools, and also there are projects for all levels in here. If you're on machine sewing, do you know what? The producer Hannah said maybe you're on maternity leave, and actually this is just going to save your sanity.
Yeah. Because it'd be nice to do things at home.
Well, it is, and I had that thing towards the end of my pregnancy with Freddie where your pelvis splits and rubs. It's very painful to do anything other than sort of sit around a bit. Yeah. And so I recovered the entire house. Everything, got new cushions, everything, new dog beds, everything. So everyone, you're nesting. Now I'm bored out my head. So I covered everything. It was great. And sewing saved my sanity. So there we go. And then all of your patterns in the back there for you to take out. Lovely, reusable. You can trace them off, use it again. Let me just show you one of these. Because they are super clear. And also, look, so for example, this is your collar. And you've got 6 to 12 months, 1 to 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and that gives you the different sizes that you're going to need. So it is incredibly clear. You've even got your template for the stars on the shirts. Okay, so all of those patterns in there. for everything you've seen in the book. And there's so much in there. So you can buy the book separately. That's $14.99, SEMZ79. But sometimes it's just nice to just buy the whole thing. And then you've got the whole lot. So if you want the check so that you can get making straight away. Okay, we're down to single figures of this bundle. It is beautiful, gorgeous, incredibly popular. You've got 2 different threads. We've matched the threads. We've got you the elastic, so you're not even having to find the right size elastic. You've got 1 meter of your gingham, which is just beautiful. You've got that lovely, rich linen look. Linen look.
It's gorgeous.
It's not going to crumple and crease the first time. You're not going to be eyeing this forever. Just wash and hang, and it's good to go. And then you've also got the book. The book is just delightful. You've got ties, you've got toys, you've got bibs, you've even got little one's shoes. I love it. Only 6 of those bundles remaining. Oh, getting quick with that. Bibs.
I've got to shut her up.
Sorry, yeah. Oh, hang on. Let me one more bundle, and then it's your turn. Over to you. And then the other bundle that includes the book. Everyone's probably cheering you at home, Janice. Yes, shut her up. You've got your helicopters, your aeroplanes and your helicopters. That's your meter, and then your half meter is the plain blue. With your elastic, we've only got 8 of these left.
That's great.
So bundles that include the book are flying. Well, how appropriate, flying.
I'm going to get the sack after this.
It's all right. I'll tell you when it's my turn.
No, sorry.
What are we doing, Janice? What are we doing? She's got the giggles
I
now.
wanted to get this done there, you see, before I forgot what I was doing. No, I shouldn't forget what I'm doing because I've done it so many times. But what I wanted to say, with the collar, tack it in as well before you machine it.
You love a good tack, don't you?
Yeah, because what you do then, you can have a look and see whether it's, if you look at the back, you then know whether it's gone right before you machine it.
Oh, because otherwise you're in for a lot of unstitching.
Yeah. So if you look at the back then, you can see that the shirt, the collar, has gone on without it being ruched.
So we're happy with that?
Pleated, so we're happy with that.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say to people, what I forgot, was as a pin, right, don't panic because the collar looks too wide.
Okay, right.
So what you have to do is manipulate it in.
Have a good manipulate,
Okay,
yes.
So what you have to do to manipulate is you put more pins in and you bend it over your 2 fingers to put a pin in.
Ah,
or if you manipulate it and there's a gap, you bend it over your fingers and put the pin in. Bend it over your finger. Don't panic and don't cut it, whatever you do. That's what I'm saying.
Don't do that.
Because that's what it's got to be.
The
for
pattern
the
is
ease.
correct.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then what we do, we're going to machine down there. Sorry. I feel so bad. Now also on this, because it's a child, 9 times out of 10, you just need the little
the sleeve bit.
That bit.
Oh, Elizabeth in West Yorkshire, what a lovely message. She says, thank you, thank you, thank you. Boys' clothes, just what I asked for. Well, Elizabeth, they're not going to fit you. But yes, hopefully you've got a small boy in your life that it will fit perfectly.
Will fit, yeah. Yes. So then we're going to machine down. I'm still thinking about what I said. Oh. Right. Behave, Janice. Okay. So again, 5/8 seam. Now this is also where you need your seam ripper as well.
You always need your seam ripper, don't you? You are attached to your seam ripper.
I am.
Not just for ripping seams.
No.
Why? What are you going to use it for?
Because again, if it puckers as you're machining, you can. Hang on. It's all right. It's not my machine.
it's. Hang on. Where is it?
Oh, it's down. Yeah. It's already down. Take notice. That's it. Right. So at this stage as well, this is where you need your seam ripper. So you can pick it up. You can pick fabric up. You can drag it up with your seam ripper, and then you can manoeuvre it. And if you get a little pull, you can push it out.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So you use it because you can't get your fingers too close to that knee. You've got to be careful.
No, but
you can get in with that seam ripper.
You can get in with. So, and what you do with this, you push it through.
Okay.
Because you do not want a crease forming. So, if you go along and go along, and puckers, you then if I just, I'm hoping it will happen because it kept happening yesterday, whereas it's not going to happen now.
Yeah, today you've done it perfectly and there's no need.
Let's get that in there. Hold on a second. What's this?
It's one of those things. When I found out I was having Freddie,
Yeah.
and I did find out that I was having a boy, I was like, oh, am I going to enjoy dressing a boy?
Dressing a boy, but you can
You know,
dress
because
them
I
beautiful
thought,
now.
you know, girls, you've got
This
so many
is
options.
just
But
one of
actually,
them.
I've loved dressing him.
Yeah.
And he's got so many gorgeous shirts. A lot of them actually from your shop. But, you know, and the choices out there, when you can't find them, then to be able to make these.
Yeah.
And also for the things that really captivate them. My little nephew, Hal, gorgeous boy, he's obsessed with helicopters and aeroplanes, because actually his great uncle is actually the drummer in Pink Floyd.
Oh,
so
nice.
when it was their wedding, my brother's wedding, he arrived in his helicopter.
Yes.
And it's all painted up like the dark side of the moon. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So we were all like, oh my word, there's a massive helicopter coming. And Hal's face was just an absolute, in fact, all the little boys. And as soon as it landed, that was it. They were all running up to the field to have a look. And they got to have a sit in the helicopter. And, you know, Uncle Nick, he was amazing with them. You know, he didn't mind any of them sitting in there. And as long as they, you know, pressed too many buttons or anything, that would have been awkward. Yeah, it was just really sweet.
It was just sweet.
So now, absolutely obsessed with helicopters.
You'll have to take him the air shows.
Yeah.
I used to take Amy to the air shows. I love the air shows because I love the Avia jump jet. But it's decommissioned now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I know a lot about aircraft.
You do.
Hang on.
It's funny, isn't it?
Just
Sometimes,
that's it.
sometimes you never know what people know a little bit about.
I know.
I would have never have had you down as being an aircraft fan.
No, it's funny, isn't it?
But, you know, everyone's got their little interests, haven't they?
They have. So, well, all I'm doing now, Natasha, I'm just going to trim down.
Oh, sorry, it's me removing your
I'm just
scissors.
gonna trim
You'd stand
down
more of
a
a chance if I
little
let you have your scissors.
I know. I'm just going to trim down the collar, just the seam, and then I'm just going to snip in.
Is that the one that you just sewed, Janice? Are you taking the bulk out of that one?
Both.
Oh, both? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I show?
So then,
let me show.
just
So the
trimmed
bulk,
it down.
that's the one. There we go. We've just sewn that in. There. And Janice has just taken the bulk out along there. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take the bulk out.
No, you
can do that.
want to take the bulk
So you
out.
took the bulk out of that one earlier, and now you're taking the bulk out of that one.
There.
There you go. Okay, so and that's the back of the collar.
And that's the back
Does
of the
it matter
collar.
which side you interface?
No,
Okay,
either
good.
side. So then what you do is, ooh, what's happened here?
We've caught a...
I've caught something in here.
Now then, get
Hang on
that
a
stitch
second.
unpicker, and I'm going to go and have a look at some fabric.
Okay,
and
that's
then
why
we'll
I
come back
undo
and have
this
another look
bit.
at that. Now, okay, we were down to single figures of the ones with the books. So if you were after the ones with the books, please check out your baskets with those. Are we even going to look at those, Producer Hannah? No, because they're going to go, I think. Which one would you like to look at, Producer Hannah? The one that we're working with, the fish. Seaside fish. So these are ones where you already have a pattern at home because you've already got the book, or you just have a project in mind and you absolutely love the fabric. You know, choice is yours. You're getting 1.5 meters of fabric, so you're getting 1 meter of your fish, 0.5 meter of the blue, and 2 different threads. That is enough to make the trousers and the top. That's an entire outfit for £20.49. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, and utterly gorgeous. Gorgeous. The racing bikes and the cars, the motorbikes and the cars. Yeah, you see, my boy loved this. Absolutely loves this fabric. And my dad has a red racing car, and so this was absolute heaven for Freddie. He was like, yes, it looks like Gran Barry's car. So, is that around the right way? There you go. I think it's multi-directional. It's like the car in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, isn't it? It can go off in all directions. There we are. So that's a metre of, I'm going to call it the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang fabric. And then you get half a metre of your grey and 2 different threads. Now, of course, a lot of you saying, well, hang on a minute. What about toys? As it's that kind of a show. We brought you bunnies earlier, but what about the dragons? Let's start with the red dragon. Now, these were made a little bit differently for Joe Carter because it's not just cotton fabric. This is made with the most gorgeous felt, and you get a metre of it. Look at his wings. He's so soft. This was done on the what date? The 12th of February. If you want to watch the show back and you want to make him, we've only got a handful, but it's just fair to say that if you love the dragon, I love the dragon. $24.99, OZGC99. Freddie said to me the other day, I don't like being left alone in a room, Mummy, in case the dragons get me. So I think I need to make him a friendly dragon. I did tell him that, you know, our dogs wouldn't let dragons in the house. Now, green. We haven't got this exact green, but to give you an idea of what a green dragon is going to look like, then he's got brown spikes. Is that spikes, scales? Dragony bits down there. I'm not up on my dragon lingo. So those details there, let's have a look. There's your bundle. But again, we had to specially source this fabric. Beautiful. Beautiful. I grew up watching Fawlty Towers. Does anybody else? Ever seen my wife making toast? Brilliant. Right, next. The what one? The quilt. Oh, the quilt. Yes, that. This, you know, discreet little thing behind me. Well, it's all about boys today, isn't it? So, all little girls, you know, let's send a few girls into space. Look, hey, look. Actually, the astrophysics was my favourite part of my A-level physics. So here we have your rocket. And this quilt we have done on air. We only have one of these left, by the way. So if you are after it, we're not going to spend a lot of time on it because that's what it looks like. It's fabulous. It's a real gorgeous quilt. So we didn't think we had any remaining. And then we had a little check. And actually we had one. So one that just slipped through the net. For $91.99, you get 8.5 meters of fabric, instructions, your thread, your bonder web. And then it shows you how to do all the piecing, because each of these is pieced differently. So actually, it's a lovely one to do. If you're someone like me that gets bored quickly, then each of those is done differently, so it keeps your interest. It's lovely. And it's amazing to see how it comes together. It's a bit magic. So MSGC11 is your code for that. That's $91.99. Grab yourself a dragon, grab yourself a quilt, grab yourself your fabrics. Elizabeth, you're right. This is a show for the boys. I'm glad that you're enjoying. Right. Now then, Janis.
So
talk me through the rest of this collar.
Rest of the collar. All you do, fold it over and pin it back down to
that's it.
And that's how you do a collar. You machine it. But what I would do again, tack it before you machine it. Because with me, I'm a hand sewer, and I would hand sew that down.
Would you?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it by machine. And then I'd top stitch around the end.
Okay.
Did I hand stitch that one?
I'm going to show you on this one.
I don't think I did hand stitch that one.
And then we'll move on to the trousers, Janis, because we've got trousers to make. We gave you double bubble to do today.
Yeah. So all I've done, pinned it down, and then that's your collar. So
perfect.
You can either machine it if you're happy that it's going to go through, or if you tack it, you can do it from that side, and then you just top stitch around the edge of the neck. If you look at the collars there on the edge.
So it's all pinned.
So it's all pinned,
ready for you to stitch. Janis would hand stitch, but that's going to stitch through. So it looks like it's then top stitched on the other side.
But I would top stitch. What I would do is hand sew it.
Yeah.
And then top stitch it all round.
Oh, all round, so you get a proper crisp collar.
Because with your hand sewing, it doesn't need to be seen. Because what you do is attach it to the underneath stitching. You wouldn't need to see it on the.
Let me show you.
You can sew it to the seam there, that seam allowance. Okay. Sew that there.
Janis, we've got to move on.
We've got
to go on to the trousers, else we're going to run out of time. But that is how you would do the shirt.
The shirt.
And I think it's really rather fabulous. So
with the trousers.
Moving on.
With the trousers, what you do, the first thing you do is you zigzag, do a zigzag edge stitch round all the raw edges. So that's the first thing you do.
Why do we zigzag around the raw edges?
To give it the finish. If you haven't got an overlocker.
Yeah.
And also, when you're actually doing a zigzag stitch like I normally do, with the crotch part here, you can't get in with a zigzag. You can't get that bit fold over. So if you want to do it this way, I think this is why they suggest it in the book.
Okay.
Because there, if you haven't got an overlocker, you see I've got an overlocker, I'd overlock it. Whereas if you haven't got an overlocker,
you can
this
still
is the best way to do it.
Stops fraying, because these are going to be washed and worn.
Fraying.
You know what it's like with little ones? They're just magnets for muck. They are muck magnets. Yeah. So you need to have it so it's not going to fray. So get that zigzag. If you've got an overlocker, great. My machine, I do have an overlocker, but my other machine has an over edge, kind of like faux overlocking stitch. Yes. So I could use that.
Can do that.
But if my very, very first machine was 50 years old, it only did straight stitch or zigzag. That was your choice. And I made everything. So, you know, I would, if I were using my grandmother's Singer again, then it would just be that zigzag stitch. Still works.
Every time. Now, people do get worried about trousers, but the way I would do it, you have to attach a front to a back.
Yes.
Crutch. So literally have your front and your backs here, side by side, and then literally just go from one to the other, grab it, and then that one, grab it, and that's the front and the back.
The beauty of this fabric is there's no right or wrong side, so you're not having to worry about right sides together or anything like that on this one. So that makes it super easy. Full instructions are, of course, in the book. This is your Seaside Fish Bundle. So when we've got these together, Janice, where do we stitch?
You stitch on the actual crutch seam first and then the outer leg seam. So if I just do that first.
Yes.
So I'll just do the 5/8 down.
Okay.
On both legs. I will use the other bit of the machine.
Oh, Diana says, sorry, what age does the pattern go up to? Don't be sorry, Diana, it's a great question. I should have reiterated. It starts from 12 months. So you've got 12 to 18 months, then a year to 2 years, then 2 years to 3 years. That's just a guideline. You know, if you have one that grows as, I don't know, fed him too much. If you have one that grows like mine, then, you know, obviously it's different. But then, you know, some are just diddly tinies, but that's your guideline. So that would be the equivalent in the shops if you're looking for that.
Now, what I haven't done is change the colour cotton.
Oh, we've also got a photo from another Diana of Skittles that she's made from the book. Look at this, Janice.
Skittles.
Oh, fab.
They're lovely, aren't they, the Skittles?
She made them for her niece and nephew, and it's great because you don't muck up your paintwork.
I made
break
the
stuff.
Skittles, didn't I, for the show?
They're great. So we've done down the crotch, now we're going to do down the outside of the leg, is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. Just a straight stitch?
A straight stitch all the way down.
5/8
These
of an
are
inch.
so quick to run up.
Are
quick
they?
to run up, yeah.
They look really cosy. I wish I could size them up for me.
That's that one done. I've done it in white cotton.
You super. No, well, that's great because then we can see it. So here we go.
So straight down, 5/8. And then, of course, you press these seams open.
Oh, we'll be pressing. So all Janice has done, of course, she's done a zigzag around all of the outside, so there'll be no fray. And then you've got your white down each side. Would you like me to press those open?
If you could, that'd be lovely.
Well, I'll give it a go. You know, I'm not renowned for my amazing pressing skill. Oh, now hang on.
That sleeve board's great for children's clothes. It's all you need, a little lining board.
That's perfect, isn't it? What? We will get more back in stock. Well done if you managed to get that today. You did well. You got in quick. Oh, look at this. This is perfect. Bing. Ah. La, 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 la. Oh, I want one of these. This is good.
And they are nice, aren't they?
Yeah. I have a problem with my son in that he's built like his father, who's a hockey player and a tennis player. And of course, the fashion of the day are skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to fit him in skinny anything, to be honest. So actually, it would be really nice to be able to make him some trousers
that fits
because
in as
especially
well.
when you get to potty training,
Yeah.
you know, if they're stuck in their trousers, you have absolutely no hope, do you?
Well, I think this pattern starts 6 months.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
6
6 months.
No, 12 to 18.
Is it 12 to 18
Yeah.
first?
Right, I've done those. Give me the next ones.
Right, that one.
Yeah, I'm going in. This is a natty piece of... And actually, I have to say, we've only got a few minutes left, Janice, so I'll just get pressing this nice and quickly for you. But this mini iron, it's working out a treat, isn't it? I would really recommend it. I have a mini iron that isn't this one, it's rubbish. And you know, I didn't know that this was a thing.
Yeah.
And I really wish I'd bought this one. I might have to.
So what you do then, you turn the one leg
Yeah.
right side out,
Okay. Spin it through.
spin it through. And then when you've finished with that one,
Yeah. Nearly there, Janice. Nearly.
no, don't worry, don't rush. You do me a favour there.
Well, I'll try.
And then what you do then, you put the right sides together. So what you do, that one's right side, that one's wrong side. If you look now, I'm going to literally tuck that down into and join that centre
right
seam
sides
there.
together, those
Right
inside
sides together,
seams.
yeah. So
So
then,
is that the bit, Janice? Is that this bit?
that's that bit. That's this bit here. So
Woohoo!
get your pin, match
So
your
we're
seam.
doing this bit.
Yep. Match your seam there. Go
We've
in
sewn this bit down there.
and fold it in. And then you just literally then just join the seams around the curve. Okay. So that's to there. I'm only going to put a few pins in so I can sew it so we can get it done before.
We are running out of time. I hesitate to tell any guests to rush because, you know, pins and sharp stuff.
There we go.
Be careful. Now, we were showing you the gusset and that sort of construct, and that's your partner's fault, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you asked him,
Yeah.
if Martin, if you were to make trousers, is he
Where
likely
would
to make
you-
trousers?
No.
No. Which bit would you want to know? And he said this bit. Question from Susan in Devon. Good morning, Susan. She says, I am loving your show this morning. Well, thank you. Have never made clothes. Would love to make something for my great
Have a
nephew.
go.
Is it suitable for beginners? These
Yes.
trousers, definitely.
Yeah? Yeah? Have a go. Have a go.
Definitely.
What I recommend you do, always have a cheap fabric. Buy something about £1 a metre. Have
We
a
had
practice.
calico on the other day.
Yeah.
So calico, $1.99 per half a metre, done.
Have a practice with
Yep.
them.
Yep.
Then use your fabric. Then use your
good stuff.
expensive stuff. So see that there, what I've just pushed through, because that puckered. So you push that through with
Yep.
your seam ripper.
So a baby toile, effectively, Susan, is what you would make up. And a toile is like your dress rehearsal. So you get to practice the skills, you get to practice the collar. So you're not going in cold,
You're
you're not
not
going in
going in
blind.
cold.
You've had a go, you know, you've practiced those skills, and you are good to go, which is lovely.
That's
and
what
this
I
is what
do.
you can be made. I would be thrilled. If I'd made those for my
shows.
boy, I would be utterly thrilled. The gingham, of course, is an absolute classic. And if you're making for someone as well, how thrilled are they going to be when they get these? So these came from the bundle that had the book. And if you want the bundle,
And that's how
there
they,
are only 3 left.
and that's how they should be.
Now, here we go. So we've got Janice's part maids here. But you can see, come together, an absolute treat. I always get the legs, I get confused with legs, so that's
then all
brilliant.
you do, press it open. And that's, press it open, and then you'll have the nice. But snip it in as well on the crutch. Make sure on the crutch at the bottom, you just snip into the stitching, just to give it ease around the crutch.
Yeah, you don't want that
You've got
ripping.
to do that,
That would be
so just
awkward.
do an inch either side of that middle seam to snip in, and then it'll be lovely.
Fabulous.
And then you just go ahead with the waistband and put the waistband on.
Oh,
And
it's just too cute. Janice,
that's the
brilliant.
start.
We've had a lovely message from Christine who says, another professional finished project by Janice, the sewing accountant, all-round Wonder Woman. See you, Janis.
Lovely.
That's you. I want to see you in a cape next time with numbers all over it. Thank you ever so much, my love. I'm going to see you in an hour where you're going to be turning your hand to a crafty bag.
Yes, lovely.
Brilliant. Love it. Love it. Oh, let me just undo that. Right, let me recap for you the most popular ones. What have we got? The one with the check fabric with the everything. The everything. So, if you are like Diana and you want to start off cold, from scratch, then this is the one to go for. Well, this one or the one with the helicopters, where you've got the book, you've got your 2 different threads, you've got your elastic, you're not searching for anything else, you just have to add in buttons. And then you've got 1 metre of your gingham, you've got 1/2 metre of that lovely linen look. That's very important. It's not actual linen, it's linen look, so it's not going to crease. All 100% cotton, and you've got everything ready to go with that one. That is one of the options where you get everything. The other bundle with everything, and we're running very low on stock of these, so please check out your baskets, has got those wonderful aeroplanes and helicopters. You've got, and then that lovely blue that we've just, oh no, it's slightly different colour blue, but a lovely plain blue, and your 2 different blue threads, and your elastic, and your book. When everybody checks out, that will sell out today. Please check out your baskets, £31.49. Now, do remember your dragons as well. Don't forget to check out those. We've only got a few. They're friendly dragons, look, lovely friendly dragons. So do check out your baskets on your dragons as well. All of these items are underneath where you can watch us live on the website. So if you're thinking, where do I find them? They're all on the website, underneath where we're live. These are the details for the quilts behind me, £91.99. It's all about the boys this hour. Next hour, it's all about tools. It's all about those essentials. So it is, you know, stocking up on those essential tools. Right tool for the job, make life easy. I will see you in just 3 minutes.
Join us on Facebook. Simply search for the Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
So we're going to show you how to do a back stitch. Now a back stitch is a great one to use when you haven't got a sewing machine available, but you need to repair or fix a garment. And the back stitch is a really strong stitch to do that with. First of all, you need to start with the wrong side of the fabric first. So I'm just going to place my needle through to bring it through to the front. And then you're going to go backwards. So I'm going to do quite big stitches here so you can see what I'm doing. So that's the first stitch. Now this time you're going to come and bring your needle through, but the same distance as your stitch. And then you're going to go into the first hole that you came out, and then go back through to the back. And then I'm going to come all the way over again, the same distance, and then through again, and just keep repeating that process. So this is my final stitch now. So as you can see, there's my row of back stitches, and if I just turn that over for a second, you can see that it's almost as if it's double stitched on the back. So you can see it's a really secure stitch to do when you haven't got a sewing machine to hand.
The Sewing Quarter website is simple and easy to use. You can view a live broadcast of the show on our homepage. Get instant access to our online shop, which has a wide range of wonderful products for you to choose from. You can also enjoy a selection of projects and guides which we have on offer to help you enhance your skills and gain valuable tips. Watch the live shows and you can buy the product which is currently being shown on air. You can even message the studio to ask our presenters or team any questions you might have. Below, you'll find all the products from today's show for you to look at and purchase. On the right of the screen, next to today's products, you will find our simple program guide listing all upcoming shows. So, join us today at sewingquarter.com. Simply Sewing is a magazine for dressmakers and home sewists who are passionate about fabrics and love to sew with stylish patterns. Each issue is packed with technical know-how, templates and easy to follow instructions to sew yourself quick wardrobe updates, accessories, plushy toys, gifts, bags and more. Plus, each issue comes with a free dress pattern from our expanding trend-led collection. We're proudly flying the flag for contemporary sewing with stylish patterns and beautiful photography to inspire sewists across the globe at every level.
Join us on Saturday the 17th of February when Jenny Smith returns with her classic Hepworth apron pattern. After selling out in just 20 minutes last time, we've got more stock and more ideas as Jenny shows us how to transform the apron into a dress. Choose from kits featuring linen in deep inky blue or rustic golden flax. Plus, we have a stylish array of denims and vintage cotton fabrics. Meet Jenny and discover the story behind this popular pattern. So tune in for this back in stock beauty Saturday the 17th of February at 9 AM only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.
Follow us on Twitter for more inspiration, top tips, news, and share your own creations with us.
Hello, welcome back. Now, I have a plethora of tools for you this hour. I've told you this story many a time before, but I used to be that person that used to loiter and hang around in haberdashery stores hoping that someone would help me and explain to me what tools did. I didn't really know. So this hour is for demystifying. There might be, new things. I mean, Janis often says to us, but I've been sewing for years and years and years, just doing it, the old way, because that's what she was brought up doing. And actually, there are new things to help us. So it might be something that, you might have been, like Janis, sewing for years and years and years, but actually now there are other things that you might go, actually, that would really help. Now, something that we love, and I'm going to grab, and we're doing this in a new way, okay? And we've got lots of new viewers as well. So this was something we brought on very early on in the channel. It's called Insulbright. Now, normally we brought this in a packet. But what we realized was that so many of you were multi-buying that there was a more cost-effective way for us to bring it to you. So what we've done now is we bought whopping great big rolls of it. And so now we can sell it to you by the ½ meter. So if you wanted 3 meters, you'd put 6 in the quantity box and you would get one continuous length. Insulbright, what on earth is it? You may not have heard of it. Now, I'm going to put the details in so that you know what it is, but if you look at it, this is ½ meter. This is how it comes. So it's not as wide as normal fabric, but I don't know if you can just see in between, you've got wadding there, and then you've got like a glittery bit in the middle. It's like a layer of foil almost. And then another layer of wadding on there. Now, you will also get even though it's cut by the ½ meter, you'll also get instructions. So this is, that shiny stuff in the middle is going to reflect the heat for you. So great for lunch boxes, use with some extra wadding, and then you can use for your oven glove. It even gives you all of your information as to how to make your oven glove, okay? So this is absolutely fabulous for all of those. This is £3.49 per ½ meter. This was the most cost-effective way that we could bring it to you for those of you that multi-buy on this, because when we first brought this to air, it just went, absolutely flew out. Pot holders, lunch boxes, because it will keep things cool as well as it will keep things warm as well. So all of those projects that you want to take to the next level, maybe you're doing placemats and you want to protect your table, then you've got that option. Like we say, oven gloves, table runners, all those sorts of things where you want that bit of reflective heat back, then you've got all of that. I don't know if you can see like the shine, there's like a shiny metal layer in there as well as wadding. I don't know. Please check out your basket on this. They say about it that it conserves body warmth. Oh, now that's a point. When you see, maybe you want to make little ones' jackets in it. Couldn't you? It's needle finished as well, needle punched. So you've got that. It's lovely. You can make, they say, coats and jackets, vests, ski apparel. Do people make their own ski apparel? What? Hats, slippers. I've always got cold feet. I come off air, my feet are freezing. Hats, gloves, mittens, all of those sorts of things. And that's just for your home. And then you've also got for your kitchen, which is also part of your home. You've got pot holders, you've got table mats, you've got oven gloves, all those kinds of things. I actually made my lunch box with this in the middle, my lunch bag, because you know, it keeps it either cool. They're really expensive that you see with you know, the proper fabric in. So I made my own. In Tilda, actually. Treated myself. Yeah, no, it's nice. I like it. So it's not a glamorous product, but it is an essential product. In fact, do you know what I'm thinking, Producer Hannah? Get a bit of it, and then if you use your, which you've got coming up later, your heat press batting together tape, then you could make a great big picnic blanket where your bottom doesn't get cold. I hate that. Hate that. So, you know, and then you can sit and you can quilt for the car, yeah. My friend had a horrible situation where a drive shaft went in the middle of the M1 the other day, and she was stood waiting for someone to come and help her for an hour and a half by the side of the road. She was frozen. Always keep a quilt or something in your car. So, when we bought this in packets, which was when we very first started, we haven't bought this for a while now, we couldn't get hold of it. We wanted to, so it's taken us a little while. So apologies if you've been waiting for this for a little while, but some things are worth waiting for. And so now to be able to bring this to you by the half metre, because if you wanted to have done a table runner, then you'd have had to put packet after packet after packet. But actually, if you want to do a table runner now, then I would buy 3 lots. It's good stuff. I really rate it. I really like it. Yeah. It is one of those things that unless you know it exists, you don't know it exists. Does that make sense? It's something you didn't know you need until you saw it, and then you need it. So lots of you buying over a metre. I don't blame you. While we have it, and this is going to be something that is going to sell out because we haven't had this for so long. And when we did have it, we didn't have it in such large amounts. So this is now your chance to buy as much of this as you want. Think about the sort of, oh, a third have already been checked out. That's what I mean. We had a lot of this. So if already a third is gone, new customers, you may not have seen this before and be like, oh, I need it in my life. I'm just loving the fact that you, oh, hang on, what's a water heater wrap? Window shades, vent covers, a draft stopper, pet door cover, hot pans, oven mitts, tea cozy, casserole covers, lunch bags, placemats, table runners, picnic baskets, outdoor stadium cushions. Oh yes! Who was it when we first started did one like that? And she was saying she used to message in every time we had Install Bright on the show. She'd message in. She'd made her and her family. They were avid football fans. And so she used to make cushions out of the Install Bright so that, you know, the horrible plastic seats you have to sit in some of the football stadiums. It's really cold, right? And on a cold night. She used to make nice little cushions so they could not only be comfy but warm as well. Genius. Genius. What else has it got? Comforters, sleeping bags, waterbed covers. Who has a waterbed? Have any of you got waterbeds? I always wanted one. But no, never. Quilts, mattress covers, comforters. Nice. Okay, don't use it in your microwave. Why would you microwave it? Don't use it in your microwave. You can't because it's got like a metal bit in it. So don't do that. Tea cozies. I saw a tea cozy Producer Hannah the other day. I love my teapot, by the way. I've got a real thing about my teapot. I absolutely adore it. And I wanted a teapot cozy for it. Over £20. How rude. But imagine I could do this in Liberty or Tilda. All quilted. Wouldn't cost me 20 quid, would it? Be a lovely gift for someone. Producer Hannah's writing it down. Well, you're doing a Christmas list, Producer Hannah. Yeah. This is brilliant stuff. Over half the stock has gone. Conserve body warmth. Tell you what, some days in this studio we could use some of these, conserving body warmth. The other day, when Mike was on cameras, he had his coat, his scarf, his fingerless gloves. It looked like Steptoe and Son in here. Or we could have made him a special blanket. Like when you finish the end of your marathon and you get cold and they give you one of those. We could do that, a personalised one for our cameramen for when the aircon breaks and it gets cold on them. I would like little booty. Could I put an order in for some little booties? Because my feet always I come off air, can't feel my feet. Can we do that? Brilliant. I will let you know when that's running. It's not going to be long until that's running low, but I will give you that stock warning. Who knew? Who knew a piece of white stuff would be so exciting? Who knew? And yet it is. Where am I going to put that? Down there. Juicer Hannah, what next? Oh, circle cutter. Go on then. Go on then. Oh, it's bundled. What's it bundled with? Oh, with the spare blade. It's not here at the moment, but that'll be on its way. Now, back in the day, I'd be upset, we're going to be more than a year now, so I can say it. Back in the beginning, I had a show with Angie Atwood, and she was doing a quilt that had circles on. Great. And they said to her, could you just use the circle cutter? Well, that was it. So we had Angie there with the circle cutter, and I saw it. I said, no, you give that to me, that's amazing. And I've had a bit of a thing for this. I absolutely adore it, and I'm going to show you why. Circle's the most difficult shape you can cut. I didn't check the blade. Oh, there's no blade in it. Can't do anything. Do you know what? I'll explain how it works, and then I'll be able to show you how to put a blade in. That works perfectly, doesn't it? So what we have here is kind of the framework for your circles. It's a semicircle, but you have your half circle seam allowance here. If you just want to do a rainbow or a semicircle, then you would line up your fabric with the seam allowance onto that line there, all the way along there. If you're folding it to make a circle, then you've got your fabric fold line there, and then you line it up there. That's going to give you your center of your fabric there. You've got little grippers there, so that's not going to go anywhere. Fabulous. Now these give you your inches. These are your finished inches. When you cut there, it actually gives you a 2.5 inch, okay? Because it will give you a finished 2 inch. There we go. Now, let me show you. Look what's just arrived. Fabulous. You will get an unopened blade, but that's how they come. And it's really easy to do. So you get a blade in your pack and you get a spare one. Great if you're using different fabric. Oh, well, actually, yes, because I know a lot of you don't just stick to sewing. You do a few other things as well. So if you do any kind of paper craft or anything like that, then you might want to look at getting another blade so that you can do your paper craft. So what you do is you line up. I'm going to go with my fabric fold line. Give me my arrow. I'm going to line that up along there. And then I pick up my cutter. Now, if you, there are other things like this on the market, but invariably you then have to go to the expense of buying an idly-biddly rotary cutter as well. In here, it's all included. So you can see those two little marks there. Those slot into the tracks. At the moment, the blade is perfectly safe. That only engages when I press down on the top. Can you see the blade comes up there? There it is. And it's a Fiskars blade. It's all made by Fiskars, so it's fabulous. And now then, how much did I fold that fabric? Let's go for one here. So you've got lines on the top to show you where those little nodules are underneath. I slot it into the groove, getting in the groove, and then I press down, okay? So dexterity, not an issue here. And then I just move that all the way round. I have no idea if this is a new blade in there or not. So let's see. Oh, almost. Look, I've got a little thread. But that happens with rotary cutters normally, isn't it? And there, but there I have it. Oh, Producer Hannah, look, I was going through 4 layers. Oh, no wonder, with ease, there we go. Perfect. Look, I need to give it a quick press. Oh, Insel Bright pot holder. Perfect. Bish, bash, bosh, job done. Placemats. Yes. Oh, says producer Hannah. Oh. A quilt with the phases of the moon. Yes. Yes. There's an amazing artist that does phases of the moon, but he does it onto slate, and it's all in silver, and then he does hairs, moon-gazing hairs underneath. Gorgeous. Yeah, you've just reminded me of that. I'd love a bit of that in my life. So yes, hang on. Your circles, perfectly done, by the way. Give them a press and it's absolutely done. And it's safe to use, it's easy to use, and of course you can also cut out, if you are bonder webbing this on, you can cut that out with it as well. That's why you've got 2 blades. Perfect. Love it, absolutely love it. Do you want to see that again? We're going to go crazy and do it again? Yeah, because of course also what you have is that. Is that not a selling point? Apparently not. My face in a hole is not a selling. I'm disappointed. Disappointed. Okay, so yeah, let's see if I can. So if I'd have marked my centre point, then what I could do, okay, make sure I'm in the groove, pressing down, and round it goes. And that blade moves, by the way. Oh, I've just got a couple of. I've gone through 4 layers again. That's why, producer Hannah. I must stop doing quite so many. But there it is. Just if you do have the odd little snip, then do 1, 2, 3, bing. But there you have it. More circles. Obviously, you know, use a fresh blade. That's going to help. But look, there I've got circles, all perfect, all exactly the same. We've got part of producer Hannah's moon quilt already done. Or you could then you could sew in different coloured fabrics behind. Oh, Leslie said it was me. I made insulated stadium cushions for my football crazy family, says Leslie from Gray's End. Leslie, thank you. Well, how lovely that a year on you're still watching. You could put pot holders on them. Yeah, that looks like a different sort of show, doesn't it? Let's put that away. You could do stocks. You could do fabric stocks. A history lesson. There we go. Now, what else could you do? We're being silly. Right. Little pencil right at the front of my desk. Oh, what the, oh, yeah, the print pattern pencil. This is where everybody thinks I've got like go-go gadget arms or something. There we go. Okay. Luckily, I have. There you go, circle cutter. Pop it in your basket. You've got that with a spare blade, by the way. I love that. I do love it. Now, this is a natty little object. This is producer Hannah. This is exactly it. This is the one you look at in the shop and you go, I have no idea. What? Another marking tool that I don't need? No. Let me explain. So, what you do with it is, when you have a pattern, you trace it with the red, and then you turn it over, and you trace it with the other end, which is a different colour. You can't see it, you've got to turn it around. And then you then compress that onto your fabric, and it's a transfer. So you can transfer your patterns on, so you can make your own Mandy Shaw-esque templates. So if you're doing any kind of embroidery or anything, you've seen a pattern, make sure it's copyright free, that you want to transfer and embroider, or if you want to practice your faces for your soft toys, then you can do that. Anything like that. So you trace it through with the red so that it's going to show underneath your tracing paper. Then you draw over it on the other side, a bit like when you used to trace as a kid. you know, you draw it and then you'd sort of rub over it, wouldn't you, on the other side, and then you draw over again. Well, here you don't need to draw over it again. You put the iron on it, and the iron releases that into the fabric. So you can embroider people's names on things, you can personalize. Perfect. Different designs for $2.99. Yep, names. Well, no, do you know what, Producer Hannah? I don't think this is just for hand embroidering, because what I'm suddenly thinking is if you make a quilt, and I really would urge everybody to do this, when you make a quilt, it's really lovely if you can personalize it, and you can put maybe who it was made for and the date, or your name and that you made it. Then if the thought of free motion embroidering scares the living whatevers out of you, then what I would say is trace onto it what you want to then stitch over. $2.99. Or if you like Tilly Rose type things, yep, then you can transfer all of those. It's brilliant. Your heart shapes, those shapes that are otherwise difficult, you can't necessarily freehand them. Just brilliant. Just brilliant. Yeah, if you make cards, all those sorts of things. It's just a really handy little piece of kit. We like it a lot. $2.99, but again, Producer Hannah and I would have looked at that in the shop because it doesn't really tell you. And we'd have gone, yeah, I don't really get that. Oh, Inside Bright sold out, well done. Good job. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to put it down there. The ironing mat. Oh, this one. Yes. Now, the ironing board sold out. The little ironing board sold out. But, you know, Prim bring us all sorts of goodies. So you can put this on your desk and have it as a desk ironing board. So you don't need the actual ironing board. You actually also, if I spin this, the trouble is if I spin this around you can't see it. So yeah, Producer Hannah's limited on space, and sometimes I have a massive, great big ironing board, and it's a bit of a drag to take it upstairs or downstairs or wherever. So this is the perfect thing. You've got centimetres, you've got them all marked, so you've got them on the grid. So if you're turning over a hem, and you want to know, you know, centimetre and a half, you've got that. You've got your 60 degree, 45 degree, 30 degrees. So if you're doing all those little measurements that you need are all on there, nice and squidgy, and you've got that reflective material. So it's going to reflect the heat back in so that you're getting that heat back into it from the other side. You can also iron onto that as well if you want to. Is it nicely overlocked, Ben? And then down here, I've got some handy pockets. I'm not just playing an imaginary piano. I actually have some little pockets. Do you know, here we go. So look, you've got little pockets here. You can put all your bits and bobs in. So you can actually have this. You could put your sewing machine over the top for when you're not ironing, and that would hold it all in place. Or you can put that around your legs of your tables. Then you've got a real hand. Now this, not around your legs, because, you know, that would be really silly. Plus, I don't know about you, Producer Hannah, but my legs aren't that thin. Just saying. You've got a handy little pocket there. Now, I thought this was a pocket for little bits and bobs, but then one of our viewers went, Natasha, what have I done wrong? Oh, Natasha. What it actually is for all your little offcuts. So, you know, snip, snip, little diddly bit, put it in there. Rather than it going on the floor, and then, yeah, your little offcutty bits. Come on, Producer Hannah, get with the lingo, my diddly bits. Just, you know, snip, 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 and in they go. All your little diddly bits that otherwise, or your little threads and things like that, which get in the Hoover. I don't know about you, but my Hoover, the spinny roundy bit, it's just full of thread. It's quite colourful, but I don't think it was meant to be like that. So put them all in there, and then you've got them, rather than having to put them all over the floor. Oh, you've even got a little pin cushion there. Bing, bing, bing. So you can have all your essentials just there. You can put your sewing machine on top, then just move it to one side when you need to press. Actually, your sewing machine will fit there, and then you've still got half the side there to do your pressing. Oh, here we go. Is this still on? Oh, I turned it off, but otherwise, see, look, you could just do. If I'd still had that on, and then I could get sewing again. It would help if I actually had the iron on. Would be a bonus. But this is your Prim multi-ironing sheet, 50 centimetres by 92 centimetres. There we go. Ham roll, sleeve roll. Just sounds going, ham roll. It's nearly lunchtime. Ham roll. No, this is one of Janice's favourite things. This is your sleeve roll. So after we had the sleeve board that sold out, oh, hang on a minute. Where's Janice's little kids thing gone? Have we got that? Where did it go? What, the little shirt. It's on its way. Now, you know that Janice said that the first press that you do when you're making is the one that is really important. Well, this helps you give that shape because we're not flat, we're not flat, are we? We've got curves and stuff. And so this really does help, especially if you're putting in any darts or anything, it helps give it that shape. Janice is, also inclined to give it a good old whack as well. Thank you, Wayne. I was kind of fast, but it's not going to want. But look, so if, for example, you wanted to press your little arms, look, it's even going to work on your little ones. And then you can just give that a little press on there. It's perfect. There you go. Or, because, your collar's going to go round, you can work that round and you could press that. You can use this on adult collaring. It's just that I happen to have some kid stuff, just hanging about from a previous show. So that's great for your sleeves. I do like that. Gorgeous. Right. It's just $7.49 as well. Bondweb. Oh, yes. Now, what we didn't get onto with the... Back again. You've got little detailing. If you're making from the earlier show, or just if you fancy having a go at a bit of appliqué, we had an appliqué show on this week, then Bondweb is your friend. Oh, and if you're doing your circles, so if you bought your circle cutter, you're going to need a bit of Bondweb to put your circles down. So your Bondweb is an adhesive sheet. I used to get so confused between Bondweb and Insulbrights and wadding. I was like, what are all these different things? So Bondweb is a two-sided webbing it's glue-based. So if you are using, for example, your transfer pen or whatever, then you would put you've got a glue side and a paper side. You would draw or trace your design onto the paper side. And then you would rough cut around the edge of it, and then you would use your iron and then press that onto your fabric. Then cut out nice and cleanly around it, and then you would then remove the paper, and then you would iron again, which then activates the other side of the glue, and iron that in place. So it's a versatile iron-on transfer adhesive. It's transparent. You can use it for clothing, crafts, furnishing projects. It's entirely up to you. And you can wash it. So this is 120 by, 120 centimetres by 17.5 centimetres. It confused me because they do one measurement in metres and one in centimetres. Brilliant. Oh, now freezer paper. Again, we started talking about this. Oh, they changed their packaging. So this is how it will come to you, and then you swanky, swanky, swanky. This isn't easy to get in the UK. This is plastic coating. Now, if you want to use it, how it was first intended, then wrap your meat in it and put it in the freezer. That's what it was for originally. But actually, then crafters got hold of it and went, are you kidding me? This is so useful. Perfect for appliqué, and it gives you different inspiration. We had an English paper piecing kit that had freezer paper in, because you can just sort of press it on there, and then you know exactly how you want the layout to be. Also, if you've got kids that make a mess on the table, just put a sheet of this down, and then they can paint away, and it's not going to mark your table. So that's it. It's really versatile, incredibly versatile. Difficult to source in the UK. If you're in the US of A, they've got freezer paper galore. But we don't over here. So you can see you've got a shiny side, and when you press onto that, that acts as a very light adhesive. So you can use it for your English paper piecing, you can use it all that, but that's also waterproof, which is why you can put your meats and your sandwiches and stuff in there. Oh yeah, producer Hannah said, and if you're buying them from America, you've got to pay your shipping and your import tax and all that. We've just got 1p and p per day. I hate that when you buy something in from America, I think you're getting an absolute bargain, and then you get stung with your import tax. It's like, oh. So, there we go. Or you can even wrap your presents in and post them in that. Great, look, there's your applique. I don't know, but apparently people do, Hannah. Maybe it's an American thing. But there's your applique. There's the instructions for your applique on there. Yeah, that's what, yeah. I can tell you what it says here. It says, protect work surfaces, paints, markers and glue won't soak through. I accidentally left my son unattended with some glue the other day. Won't do that again. Pour paint or putting on plastic side for ideal finger painting. Oh, the endless. What's next, producer Hannah? Oh, the storage box. Oh, I've got a couple of delightful ones for you today. Look at this. How cute is this? This is from Prim. We stock a lot of Prim because it's great quality. And I just like the shape of this. It's got that nice little... It's got a curvy bottom. And also, circular feet. Lovely Mother's Day gift. Now, producer Hayley... No, hang on. She's not really, she comes in and produces sometimes. You would know her as producer Hayley, but she is our manager. Manager Hayley said that she bought a cheap sewing box and it fell to bits because actually the hinge, it turned out, was just a piece of, well, you know, that was before she worked here, so we'll forgive her for now. But she said, oh, Natasha, can you make sure you show everyone the hinges? Because it's got proper hinges, not like the foldy cardboard bit hers had that just disintegrated. So look, really nice little detailing on here. Nice and quality. It's got what? It's got something, Phillip head screws or something. I don't know. That's, you see, you can tell we've got someone technical, can't you, upstairs going, oh yes. That's boy speak for some sort of, I don't know. Now, pincushion in there. Although actually, it's nice and squidgy on the top, so if you just needed to stick a quick pin in and just have them for quick reference, you've got them there. Oh, nice metallic finish there. Now here, real handy little pockets for your bits and bobs. Pincushion, your bits and bobs tray. And then lots of space to put all your fat quarters and things in. There. And look, do you know what though, producer Hannah? Also, just the detailing of how that's been fussy cut. It's really well thought of. Beautiful. Thinking about Mother's Day, what you're going to get, what you're going to do, what you're going to get, or just for yourself, that's okay. Don't have to give it. Now, the pin cushion that matches it next is there. There it is. It's like that conveyor belt show, isn't it, where you've got to say what you see as it goes past, and you just forget what it is. Now, this is also from Prim. It matches this. We had this for the first time on the other day. It went crazy. Such a simple... Well, we haven't got very many because you went crazy for it last time. But, again, what a lovely gift. $8.99. Lots of you multi-bought on this, actually, the other day when we bought this to wear. And you've got your little snips, and these are super sharp. Oh, look, I put the protective thing back on so that I didn't hurt myself, because they are really, really sharp. Bing, bing, bing. So your little thread snips there, and that's got a serrated edge on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. Might be hoping a bit too much there. Yeah, nice serrated edge going on there. Ooh, there. Oh, yes. I'm going to put my little protective thing back on. And then you see, snip, snip, snip. Pop them back in, should you wish. And then you've got all that space for all your pins in the rest of it. But you're not going to lose your scissors, like me. It's cute, isn't it? It's really nice. And look, it matches. We only have single figures of these because you went so crazy for it the other day. you can pop it in there. I'd pop it maybe underneath. And it all matches. Beautiful. Happy days. Da 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 da. Nice. $8.99 for that. It's just a really nice little gift as well. Really affordable little gift. And comes in a box which you can easily wrap. My husband tells me that that is a thing he looks for. Now, this is oh, I love these. Oh, we had other products in this range. It was incredibly popular. This is your foldable bamboo box. When canvas meets bamboo, look at this. You can collapse it and store it, should you wish. Maybe mum does English paper piecing in front of the telly, or you can, my mum knits actually in front of the telly, so maybe you want to pop that in there. It does give you instructions as to how to fold it all down and collapse it down if storage is an issue. So maybe you just bring it out for when you need it. Really handy size. It feels such beautiful quality as well. And that just sits beautifully in there. So no need for fancy clasps. It just sits beautifully in there. The finish on this is absolutely lovely. This is bamboo. I always like to buy bamboo products because I know that it's the fastest growing plant, isn't it? So it's going to be easy for them to grow again. Which makes pandas happy too. So lots of space in there. It's just a lovely canvas. It's just a really nice thing. Full instructions as to how to collapse it and put it back together again. So you can. And also if you're posting it to a friend, then you can collapse it down and send it collapsed. Great, isn't it? Very nice. Now, let's amble over here. So we've got over here. Oh, the lamp. Now, some of you have seen on Facebook that I've started English paper piecing. When Freddie was off school ill, I started English paper piecing because I had to watch a lot of kids' TV. It was quite boring. So I started English paper piecing and then realised that the light in my house is utterly dreadful. Cue having to go and get my daylight lamp and dig that out and find extension leads and everything else. This is brilliant though, because mine is just one that sort of sits on a table. What I actually need is this. Stephen, if you're watching. What I actually need is this. $149.99. It looks great. I mean, what a stylish piece of kit. And it's got, we gave up counting when we got to about 90 LEDs in here. Now then, down here, a little press there, bing, and on it comes. So press on, press off. And it is, I mean, I'm not having to crunch or crack anything. It is just the lightest of touches. Bing. So it's going to reduce eye strain. It means that you can absolutely see your project properly, colour match correctly. How many of you have worked in bad light at night and then come down in the morning and gone, oh, I thought it was that different colour. But look how many different bulbs there are through there. There are loads. But it's a low energy one. It's good for the environment type energy thing. You've got a little concertina metal thing there and there. So this is fully adjustable. So whatever height you're working at, if you're sat or if you want it at a table, you can bend it. You can bend it there, there. You can also bend it here as well. So you can, it'll go quite low and reach across quite far. So if you're sitting in the middle of your sofa, aha, it's all right, you've still got light. And it's wonderful. Or if you have this, if you're working at a table, I'm going to spin this round. Oh, let me spin the whole base round. If you're working at a table, what I would say is, yeah, it's not going to look at a plate there, is that what this gives you as opposed to some other ones is a real wide width of light. Some daylight lamps, they're just one bulb, whereas this gives you a lovely length. I've got friends who are nail technicians and they work under something like this because it gives them the full, like the length, the width of 2 hands. So they can really get in and do, don't look at my nails, they're a mess. But you know, they would be horrified if they saw that. But you can really get in and get that work. So also, you know, it just gives you that flexibility. So you can have it, yeah, if your husband does model making or if you do model making, whoever does model making, it's really handy for that. Actually, we had one viewer that messaged in and said that her husband used it over their car when he was working under the bonnet of the car. He'd have to fight me for it because I think this is a great piece of kit. But you see, it would, because it would just go over the bonnet. and get in and see what you're doing. So we love it. There you go, turns off, easy, done. I like it a lot, and it's so stylish, it's brushed chrome, very nice. Now, this is another piece of kit that is fabulous. This is from Omnigrid. And nice and padded, and also protected. This is your Prim Quilter's travel case. Let me show, oh, here we go. Now, the picture on the front shows you a great way to fill it. You can fill it however you wish, of course, but it just gives you an idea. You can fit your rulers in the base, and it's padded, so it's going to have them protected. You can fit all your little gubbinsy bits all around there. I could fit half the show in there, and also you can store your blocks in there. If you're doing a block a month, oh, Producer Hannah, have you seen on the new fan page some of the block a months that people have been doing? Stunning. Absolutely stunning, but of course before you attach them you need to keep it flat. So what a lovely thing. Maybe you're going off to workshops to do that, in which case maybe this is going to be what you take to your classes. So you've got a shoulder strap if you want that, and underneath here you can put your cutting mats in there. You can also, so the A4 cutting mat that if you're a new viewer you would fit in there. You can also fit your 12 by 12 inch ruler and blocks. And does your rotating cutting mat fit in there? Does it? Oh, well, put that in there. And then you can protect it, put that in there. You can put other things in there, but you don't want those sliding around the place. So what they then thought of was, right, well, we need to keep everything in place there, keep that all secure. And then up here, you've got, that's a piece of felt to keep all your needles and pins and things in. And then if you want to put in here, you can put your rotary cutter, but what I really like is that you've got these two little tabs. So if you've got scissors, long-handled scissors, then actually you can tie your scissors in so they don't flop around all over the place. Little details. Up here you have a removable pin cushion. So again, you can just take that with you anywhere, slot it back in there. See-through pockets. I need to see where things are. I don't want to have to rummage through every single pocket. See-through pockets for your pens and your bits and bobs in there. It's great, isn't it? It's everything. It's a workshop in one. $34.99, but it's also solid there, solid under there, and yet padded on the outside, so everything is going to be protected beautifully. I really rate this. I think it's a great piece of kit. Great as a gift as well. If you've got you know, another half that goes off to workshops, you can wave them goodbye knowing that everything is going to be nice and secure. Now, my micro stitch tool. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Okay, let me show you the tool. It looks weird, right? I was a bit scared when I first saw this, and now I absolutely love it. This, was it Angie suggested this? A lot of designers like this an awful lot. So here's the thing. When you have a large quilt to quilt, you have to keep your top layer, your patchwork, your wadding, and your base layer together. Now this gives you the smallest stitch on the market. So you can see these little things here. You know when you get a new piece of clothing and they've got that plastic tag in, it's a little bit like that, but super, super tiny. And what that does is go through your layers of fabric and hold it in place, which means you can sew over the top. Rather than having to remove clips, pins, and safety pins. So some people don't like using the spray glues. I'm someone that invariably will have to wash my carpets after I've used the spray glue because, you know, I've got overexcited with the spray baster. So when you get it in the packet, you get white and black refills so that you can have it stand out so that you can see how to remove them from your fabrics. They are not like, I say the closest analogy to what they're like is like the tags in your clothes when you buy new tags, but super, super tiny. But they are much, much easier to remove. Now, what I have here, actually, I was going to, well, I'm going to show you this, because actually normally what you would do, we found this quilt and it's part made, but here we go, at this end here. So if you've got your top layer, your quilting sandwich, your top layer, your wadding and your base, and you want that to stay in place, all you do is push it through, and that's super, super sharp. And if I turn this round this way, then hopefully you can see it deliver it. Are we ready? Oh, beautiful. Done. Done. This is the smallest micro stitch tool on the market. Yay, done. So you don't have to hand baste anymore. I love this. It doesn't damage your quilt. Now, for those of you going, but I'll never get that out. Yeah, you will, look. You can either snip them out or just pull it out and that's it, done, out. Great. Now, now what I hadn't thought about, Producer Hannah, you know how you have to clip your binding down? I wonder if it'll go through all of that. I've never tried this, by the way. This might go horribly wrong. It's the joy of live TV. Yeah, Producer Hannah says, I'm so glad you've chosen now to try it. There you go. Yay! That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Producer Hannah is now cheering, feeling a little relief, wiping the sweat off her brow because it didn't go wrong. She said, Natasha, you're making me sound hideous and sweaty. No, it's fine. Look at this. This is great. And of course, then you can just sew straight over it. You don't have, it's not like pins where you'd have to remove them and risk, you know, moving everything. I'd never thought of binding with it as well. I don't think they say that on the packet. Huh? I'm loving this. Do you know what? I do need one of these in my life. It's on my wish list. Oh, now, okay. Producer Hannah, don't watch this. Oh, she's like, oh no, what are you doing? Well, I don't know if it's, oh no. Okay, so look, this is my mitered edge, everybody. It's not my mitered edge, it's actually somebody else's quote. I hope they don't mind. Yes, has it done it? Has it gone it? Oh. No, have I over-faced it? Hang on, if I go either side of it. Yep, no, we've done it. It's all right. But you see, mitered edges are the really tricky bits, aren't they? So there you go, those corners. But there it is, stitched. There, done. Yeah, I love that. Producer Hannah says I'm having a bit too much fun with this. She's going to take it away from me. But refills, because let me tell you, just before we look at the refill, can we just appreciate the binding there? No pins. $22.99. I'd get it for that, let alone all the basting and everything else you can do with it. Now, you're going to need refills because once you get going with this, you're going to get super excited like me and baste everything in sight. Now, in there, you get black and white with your tool, but you are then going to have to get more. This gives you 1,200 more. So you've got a few little stitches to get going with there. And this is $4.95. So this is your fasteners refill. This is your neutral. And it's super easy just to replace. I'm super impressed with that binding. That's the way to do it. I'm never going to have to pin another binding again. Love it when I discover new things. Oh, happy days. Right, what's next? The rotary cutters, yes, of course. This isn't a left-handed one. Do I? Let's have a look at the other one. Now, yesterday we had someone ask for a left-handed one, so I will get you a left or righty-handedy one for you in a minute. But this is another one. Now, this is a right-handed one. When we have, I'm just trying to think who it is, Joy Edgington, she always asks for a Clover rotary cutter. They're her favourite. It's personal preference, isn't it? But you've got a soft grip there, and there, and there, and there. So it sits nicely in your hand. When you come to undo your blade, it's just there for you. So it is, you just get into the habit. Cut, and it goes back on, okay? Easy, cut, goes back on. And it's just as simple as that. And that's $14.99. And that's your Clover soft touch cushion handled rotary cutter. That is a 45mm rotary cutter. 45mm is the most used rotary cutter size. You can get a 60mm, you can also get 28mm, but this is your most popular size, is your 45mm. So if you're first starting out, get yourself a good rotary cutter. Yes, that's the one. Now, I use one like this. And again, this is just down to personal preference. Now, producer Hannah uses one like this because she is left-handed. Let me show you why. So, again, this has a safety feature, and this is why I use this one, because press that, and then when you squeeze, then it engages the blade. But I have lots of animals, children, and everything else, and I'm also incredibly clumsy. So if I drop that for any reason, it's going to be safe. I'm not going to chop off a toe. So it's got that safety feature. Now, you can click it out if you want to, but I never tend to with mine. I tend to always make sure that I just squeeze the blade, cut, and that's how I do it. Are you the same, producer Hannah? Yeah. Now, if you want to make this left-handed, unscrew that nozzle there. Nozzle, you know what I mean. Now, make sure that you put these in the right order to go back in. And then you'll see that, take that, there like that. If you can, keep your blade so you're not actually having to touch it. Put it on the other way around, because you've kept them in order, you're good to go. And also whichever way around that one goes, so you've got that. And then you just screw that back on. And da-da-da-da-da-da, left-handed. Whoosh. It's that easy. Oh, that way. I'm so used to showing it the other way for right-handed. And that's your left-handed rotary cutter. Brilliant. I'm just going to switch it back round, just because I don't want, a guest to be bamboozled by it if they're not Janis and they're right-handed. Is Janis our only left-handed guest? Surely not. Is she? I kind of feel like she might be. There you go. So it's as easy as that. I've done it twice. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Means you can share it with a left-handed friend. There you go. And then when you leave it locked out so that little fingers and hands and stuff, if you've got kids, are not going to play with that. Or just husbands that might not understand how to use it. Or, might want to use it on inappropriate things and blunt your blade. That happens. Scissors. I love these scissors. I call these the heron scissors. They're not. But I call them the heron scissors just because they look like a big heron's beak. Pelican, heron, whatever. Now, hang on, I need some fabric to cut. Here we go. Normally, when you have normal scissors, you put your fingers through, and then that's it. You have to lift the scissors and the blade up and down to cut, right? But with these, when I unleash it, it's like a bit like garden secateurs. Look at this. I can cut this piece of fabric without lifting my scissors off. So there we go. Oh, hang on, it helps if I'm not going through 8 layers of fabric. Yeah, don't do that. Shall I just try like a couple of layers, just, here we go. They are super sharp, by the way. So, in, to the edge, snips right to the edge. I have not lifted that blade. Look, it just glides along. Yes, glides. Glides. Yes. Producer Hannah says, come on, what else is great about these? They've got a spring in them. So if you suffer from hand fatigue, if like me, you might know I've got a knobbly thumb, that's from falling off horses and it's arthritic. So sometimes scissors hurt my hands, not with these. So the only pressure that you have to do is to squeeze it together. And then it just springs open. There's no pressure to do that, which is great. And look, it just slides along, slide. That is so important because then you're not having to lift and disrupt your fabric. Otherwise, you know, you have to lift it. No, here it just slides along, which is great. Razor sharp as well, these as well. So actually, you know when you see fabric being professionally cut, and they do it like this. We're seriously nearly out of time for the show. Oh my gosh. I always wanted to be able to cut like that, you know, where you just, woo, and you just cut through it like that. You can do that with these as well because they're razor sharp. Right, I'm running out of time. What am I looking at next? Oh, the dressmaking shears, the Sew-Line dressmaking shears. Here we go. Hemline. These ones. Yeah, they haven't got a packet on. Again, lovely sharp scissors. Scissors are always about personal preference, what works for you. These are nice and soft, all on the inside and on there. So if you're new, look, they're $13.99, soft grip. You know, there are tools that you want to start with and you go, you know, is that going to be okay for me? Well, yeah, absolutely it is. So it's great value, super sharp to the tip. That's the important thing. Get ones that are sharp to the tip, which these are. And they also, because they're comfy, you know, it's going to really help because you've got that soft grip on the inside there. So $13.99, a really affordable yet good pair of scissors. AFGQ 28. Oh, my pressing tape. Yeah, no, I did. I teased you with that, didn't I? When you quilt, invariably you end up with lots of offcuts. And sometimes I look at it and I haven't quite got enough to do a full quilt, but get some of this. This is your heat press batting together tape. And basically you cut the edges flush, you push them together, and then you put your tape on, and then you just press it with put an ironing cloth on there over the top to protect your wadding. And then it joins it together seamlessly. So suddenly you can use up all your scraps rather than having the expense of buying a whole new piece of wadding. $5.99. You think how much you spend? It's a brilliant piece of kit. It's just one of those things you didn't know you needed it until you needed it. You didn't know it was out there until you saw it. So that's your heat press tape. Simple yet useful. $5.99. EPEQ63. Anything else? Is that it? We're 10 seconds. What? My word. Janis is up next, and we'll be looking into that thing we called appliqué, and we're making a bag as well. See you in a moment. Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
Hi, I'm Tilly Rose and here are my 3 top tips. The first would be to actually be in the moment. Allow yourself to be surrounded by all those lovely fabrics and cloth and thread and just take time out. Enjoy your stitching, whether that's machine embroidery or free motion or slow stitching. Just allow yourself to connect with the thread and cloth and you'll enjoy the projects much more. So my second tip would be to allow yourself to go wrong. Give yourself permission to make mistakes because we all learn from our mistakes. I've been sewing for a very, very long time and I still make loads and loads of mistakes. But that's okay because you can use those small little pieces in other projects later on down the line. But it's good, it's okay. So my third tip would be quite simply break all the rules. If you want to experiment with different threads or different fabric, you might have read in a pattern or something that maybe you shouldn't do that. I would say, yeah, break the rules. And that's how you learn to allow your creativity to come through in your designs.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air. Love Patchwork and Quilting is the best-selling modern quilting magazine that shares your passion for fabric. We publish 13 times a year, featuring must-make projects, essential techniques, interviews, news and reviews from the world of modern quilting. Every issue also comes with a free gift. Join us on Monday the 19th of February when guest designer Deborah Sims shows us how to sew a gorgeous reversible wrap skirt. Not content with being two skirts in one, this twirl-worthy pattern offers a choice of silhouettes, pretty binding, waistband ties and practical pockets. The best bit? It's a breeze to make. Sewing Bee star Deborah guides us through the pattern and an array of fabrics. Try on fashion-forward prints by Amy Butler, vintage ditzy florals and eye-catching hot pinks. So make sure not to miss out and start planning this new addition to add to your wardrobe. Monday the 19th of February at 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Ladies, I don't know about you, but I can never get enough bags. Never enough bags in your life, at all. So today, we've got a real fun one. Look at this. So this is from the Perfect Tote Bag. And we have got some nice appliques that you can do. You plus me equals us. Hot, hot. Yeah. Now, in this, we have two different bundles. The bundle that made that bag is here. So brand new templates in here as well. Let's have a look at those to start off with. So this is for the applique. We're going to talk through applique later, but what we wanted to bring you was something just a little bit fun. So Janis has done glasses on the one that she's demoed. Glasses, glasses and moustaches. And as Janis's daughter Amy said, moustaches very in at the moment. Oh yeah, finally. I'm in fashion. And then you've got all sorts of little words, exclamation marks. Mrs., hers, mine, yours, his, you, me, plus. Half term, get the kids involved. Young teenagers, they can do their own, can't they? Yeah. Lad, lass, lady, lord. It's great, isn't it? So you've got all of those in there. And then you've also got full instructions as to how to make the tote bag. This is our perfect tote bag. And then, of course, you're going to need your fabric as well. So 1/2 metre of each, 1/2 metre of your red spot on, 1/2 metre of your white, and 1/2 metre of your black. Classics. Classic colour combos. Beautiful. So you've got your stencils, instructions, and then you've got your fabric as well. All for £24.99. Now, maybe pinks and greys and creams are your preferred colourways, in which case we've got you covered as well. Again, your full instructions. The pink's really pretty, isn't it? And again, oh, pink lady glasses, yeah, like the pink ladies. But again, you get, here we go. It can be quite retro, this, I think. So you can pick whatever words you want or not. You can pick the glasses that you want or not, or just put some lips on. Or not. It's entirely, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? And then you've got 1/2 metre of your pink spot on. Yeah, it's kind of 50s, kind of retro-y style, isn't it? And then you've got your vanilla, and then you've got your grey spot on, linear even. All coming to you for £24.99. Now, we've also got one slightly different bundle, which is here, which is an applique bundle, not like our normal applique bundle, slightly different. So maybe if you've already got fabric that you're going to use, that's absolutely fine. But maybe, again, you get the same words. Maybe you're making for a wedding. Mr. and Mrs. You get that one, and you get yours. The words are, hang on, let me tell you what the words are. Yours, mine, his, hers, Mr, Mrs, lad, lass, lord, lady. You plus me equals us. You've got an exclamation mark, and a question mark. Could you propose with one of these? I don't know. Well, obviously I can't because I'm married and they frown on bigamy. It's just something they don't like. So it wouldn't be. Now, in this appliqué bundle, I'm getting there, you get your 2 stencils, and you're also going to get, the snap fasteners. These are cool. So if you're making snap bags, if you're making glasses, cases, it's just perfect. You get instructions as to how to insert them in there and how to make the bag on there. And you're going to get your marker pen so that you can do all your markings. Perfect. And your Bonder web, because if you're doing any appliqué, the thing you need in your life is your Bonder web. And all of that comes to you for $22.99. Oh, and you get your black and your red skeins so that you can then do your blanket stitch around whatever you're appliquéing. Bridesmaids' favours. You could make, there was that phrase, the phrase craze even, crazy phase, where honeymooning couples would have Mr. and Mrs. on everything. You could do that with this. Make a Mr. and Mrs. bag. Hey, Janice. You plus me
Equals us.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Mwah.
Now.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, it's just a little bit of different. Something a little bit different, bit of fun.
And quick.
Oh.
Quick.
Good job.
It is a quick bag to make. So you could run it up in an afternoon, a couple of hours. So, and you could make loads to just put loads of stuff in it. So
I am a bag filler.
Good one.
I am a bag over fillerer. So
This is
Janice,
nice.
we've got the black, the red, the black on red and white. Now we've got the grey, the pink and the cream.
Yeah.
Pretty.
So, and you can make it to whatever design you want, whether you want it grey, pink, or...
It's up to you.
It's up to you, yeah. So that's it. Mm-hmm. So, first thing you do is you take your appliqué and you decide on the pattern that you want to use.
Okay.
So I did the one with the wording, and then I
Yes.
thought, well, the other one should be something like with the glasses or the lips.
Well,
or...
you get both, don't you?
But then when Amy came to my house, I said to her, what would you do, Amy, with glasses? And I said, would you do some other glasses like the two Ronnies? Because they used to have the glasses.
Yes,
they?
I did.
Do you remember?
Brilliant.
They used to have
Yes.
the three.
But it's more like the Dame Edna glasses.
Yeah,
They're brilliant.
they're really good, the glasses. So yeah, so I thought...
But
the
she
two
said, and your
Ronnies-
daughter is bang on trend, Amy,
Yeah.
isn't she? She knows what's going
And
on
she
in the
said
world
the
of fashion.
moustaches, I went, really?
They are, no, they are.
And then I
in the
thought
world
if-
of paper crafting, there's
I
lots
thought
of
if I had the
moustaches
bottle,
going around.
I'd put some little black eyes in. But no, that's
You
pushing
behaved
it.
yourself.
Yes, I did. So the
change, Janis.
first thing we do,
Yeah.
we trace onto this wonderful stuff called Bonder web, which is a new thing for me, which I'd never used. It's wonderful for appliqué, should I say. So the Bonder web. So on the Bonder web, you get the paper side and you get the sticky side. And what you do, you trace the pattern that you want onto the paper side.
Yes.
But what you've got to remember with the wording,
Yes.
it has to be the other
Mirrored.
way around, mirrored,
Yes.
for it to come out the right side. So remember that. So
We've all done it
trace
the wrong way round.
the moustache.
At some point.
I know.
The moustache and the glasses are a great place to start. Producer Hannah says she's got her 12-year-old niece coming around. Niece or cousin? Cousin.
Cousin.
Can't remember. Niece, cousin, something.
So this is one I did earlier.
She said I got confused. She's called Rosie.
But I'm in trouble already because I haven't got the paper scissors. Have we got some little scissors in the sewing board?
Well, first of all, you'd attach that to the wrong
this,
side of the fabric.
So that's what
There.
I'll do first. So
If I turn an
we'll
iron
press
on
it
as well, that's the
over.
iron's coming on here.
So then, if I can get some paper scissors.
So whilst you start to press that on, so what I would say at this point is don't cut the moustache down
No.
accurately yet. Leave a bit, there you go.
it.
Leave a little bit, like Janice has done here. She's just rough cut
the square.
around the moustache. That is, yeah.
Yeah, I just did it.
Was it Yosemite Sam that had like a big ginger moustache? Yosemite Sam. Was it Yosemite Sam? Cartoon character? No, you're all
wasn't
too
it?
young. Literally no idea what I'm talking about. Thanks for
I don't
just
know
saying.
that.
Sorry, just me.
So,
Anyone else? No. Yeah, he's Bugs Bunny. He was like the gingerbread.
yes.
Yosemite Sam. Nobody ever knows his name.
now, but I don't remember his name. No, I don't remember his name. So all I'm doing is pressing it down.
So press it on. You can do it section by section. It basically needs about 7 seconds, doesn't it, to actually...
so you don't burn yourself.
Yeah, but it needs about 7 seconds for that glue to melt and adhere onto the fabric.
So
there you go. Job done.
And now I need my paper scissors. But then again...
It's such a fine paper, this, that you're okay to go in with your fabric scissors on this. Because we've had this debate many a time. It's like, yes, but you are cutting through the fabric too.
We are.
If, actually, I'm going to be honest, my second best scissors is what I use for stuff like this.
Yeah, I do, to be honest.
We also sell on the website, we sell Teflon-coated scissors. So if there is any sticky, then you can do that. So look on the website if you need anything like that.
I never knew they did Teflon-coated scissors now.
You see, we should
They're
have that in my
doing all
tool now.
things all the time, aren't they?
Well, you know, life keeps moving on, doesn't it, Janice?
Yeah, it does.
Finding us new things we didn't know we need until we know we needed them.
I know, isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to cut this away here before I go back into the ends, because these are a bit too big to cut out.
Now, we've given Janice left-handed scissors today because, as you can see, she is indeed
I am left-handed. I'm on the lefties.
They are on the website as well. So, you know, all of these things, do take a look through, see which ones are going to suit you. If you know you're going to do a lot of appliqué, maybe you want to go for the Teflon ones. If you're left-handed, then, you know, having left-handed scissors makes more sense.
Right.
Hannah, have you got these left-handed scissors? No.
No. Oh.
She's got different ones.
Producer
Hannah, I feel so sad for you. She said she had to teach herself, because they never had sort of left-handed scissors at school. She had to teach herself the wrong way.
Yeah, they didn't. This was the problem. Hang on, I'm going to get into here because I can't get into the other side, but we'll do it. Now, normally you'd use the smaller scissors for this, not what I'm using.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're there. So, are those the other scissors? Was they on the desk earlier?
Okay.
So now what we have to do is peel off the back, and this is what I always have. I need a pin.
Now,
to do this.
if it's too difficult to do, just scratch the back of the paper, and it comes off. So sort of score it.
Not really good, is it?
Like, let me show you.
Come on then.
Here we go. So if you get the bundle with the Bonder web and stuff in, so if you, can I just show, okay.
I'm looking as well.
This is just a really, really easy way. If you struggle, just score it.
Oh, yeah.
With your, and look, see it comes off already.
Oh, gosh.
So that's my top tip for you.
There you go. Another tip. I never knew that, but I know now.
I've peaked. If you are getting the bundle with Bonder web in,
there we go.
you get Bonder web in your flexi frame bundle. So you get 2 different flexi frames, plus your Bonder web, plus your marker pen, plus your 2 embroidery skeins, plus your templates. There's a lot in that bundle.
In that. So what I then do...
You could get plain t-shirts and appliqué moustaches and things off. Finally, you see my name made sense. Tash.
It does. Tash.
This is the bag for me.
So there we go. So if we place that with that straight in the middle.
Yes.
I love the name Tash. It's great, isn't it? Right, there you go.
Not great if you do ever have any facial hair. It's one of those things. It's the name that means you've always got to wax.
And you have to leave a bit at the top and bottom because of adding everything to it. So there we go.
Janice, I'm going to press that while you hook your microphone out of your top because it's rummaging. It's disappeared. It's disappeared. Let's maybe not watch Janice rummage down her top. We'll leave you some dignity there, Janice.
There you go.
Oh, it's all going on this morning, isn't it? My goodness. It's all right, your dignity is intact. Yeah, no, we've done that. So just a few seconds on here. This will make the glue the other side adhere. Wayne's come in to help. It's all right, Wayne. She's delved in herself.
As long as
Yep.
I can hear me on the mic, that's the main thing.
Yes. You're back.
That does look quite nice with the moustache, doesn't it?
Just as well, Janice. It's your make.
It is the make, isn't it?
Oh,
So
apparently
there
you've
we
got to go to Wayne. Apparently your moustache isn't right. Your mic isn't right.
Let me just...
She'll be back. Oh, look, Wayne's come to rummage and she's going to go and sort that out. So you don't need to see what's going on over there. It's quite amusing, but you don't need to see it. So we've got our 2 glasses, and then we've got our moustache, and then Janice is ready when she comes back, when they've finished rummaging down her top. That's wrong, isn't it? She's put a knot in the end of her thread there. She's got her needle. She's got her embroidery skein there. She's taken it down to 3. So your skein will come with, it depends which embroidery thread you have. If you, the ones in the applique kit, you will break down into 6 different strands. But we have a beautiful bundle for you, and these you can use for your sashko as well. Look, these are the pearl ones. And these have got the most gorgeous sheen on, but they're not the 6-stranded ones. You use this in a one-er, as I like to say. They don't break down into different strands, but here are the colorways. Aren't they stunning? Really lovely. So this is going to give you a lovely bold finish.
Yeah, it would.
With, you see that sheen, it's a lovely sheen. This sold out so quickly last time I brought it to wear. Perfect for your sashko, $9.49. IIGC 84. So if you missed out when we had this on the Sashko show, we've brought it back for you. So it's perfect for around the edge of your applique to really make that that point, really to highlight your beautiful work, and also for your Sashko and things like that. Maybe you bought the transfer pencil from the last hour for your embroidery, then it's all going to work beautifully.
It is. They're beautiful colours, aren't they?
Yeah. I tell you what, if you bought, Producer Hannah, if you bought the transfer pencil, if you bought the transfer paper pencil from the last show, then all of your appliques are around the right way.
Yeah. Sure.
And then you could just embroider around it.
I'll have to get me one of them.
You will have to get you one of those.
Get me one of them.
We'll get you kitted up, Janice,
Definitely.
don't you worry.
So what I'm going to do is a blanket stitch now around the moustache.
Yes.
Or tash. So we'll do it in the thread, this one, or do you want me to use one of those?
No, that's all right.
No, we'll use one of these. So if I start us off with the blanket stitch, so go about a 1/4 of an inch down, pull the thread up after you've knotted it in the back like you'd explained earlier. So then you go down onto the end, about 1/4 of an inch the other side. Then you come up again, pull it through, but then get your needle. You've got a loop there, and you just pull that loop through. And what I always do is I try and feed it down right close before I bring it in so it doesn't tangle.
Okay.
And that's the first one. It's always a bit hit and miss, the first one. It gets better as you go
Yeah,
in
no, I
rounds.
find that.
It's always a bit messy, isn't it? So again, out 1/4 of an inch into the pink, up 1/4 of an inch into the grey. Pull it more or less all the way through to the end before you go through the loop, so it doesn't knot, because there's nothing worse than it knotting. And then you just pull it through and put it on the end. So,
and then off you go again.
And off you go again. So really I should have gone in a bit more closer. I've gone a click closer there, haven't I? So again, pull it through.
This is if you want to do it by hand.
That's if you want to do it this way.
Lots of machines now have blanket stitches.
Oh, do they?
Faux blanket stitches, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a satin stitch as well, also great for applique. I'm just going to see if you've got a faux blanket. Yeah, you can. You've got one on here. Yeah, look at those.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the Experience 540 Elna, and you've got lots of
stitches.
Oh, Producer Hannah goes, I've got it then. She's just bought herself that machine at Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got to get that machine, to be honest.
What I'm actually enjoying here is we've never seen blanket stitch done left-handed way.
We can do it, you know, us lefties.
Yeah.
So then we just quickly go round.
And you go.
Round you go. Pull the
Janice,
loop
do you know, I have a little cheat when
Go
I
on then.
blanket stitch.
Do you? Go on then.
Yeah.
Have a go.
What was that groaning, producer Hannah? She's
So
left
don't
that
forget,
on there.
I'm old-fashioned. So
No, it's because I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, what do you do?
I put a little mark on I put 2 marks on my thumb nail
Yeah,
with a marker pen.
yeah,
Because when I go, you see what I would do it that way because I'm right hand. So when I go in,
yeah.
I line up 1 mark there and 1 mark there, and then I get an even stitch length,
What a good
stitch width.
idea.
That's my little cheat. I'm weird and I'm comfortable with that.
No, but that's a good idea, isn't it?
Oh, we've had a message from Jill.
That's a good idea.
Oh, she made a bag with moustaches. Look, she's multi-moustache, this one.
Oh, yeah.
She made it look like her very own facial haired Christmas tree.
That's wonderful. Oh, it is like a tree,
that's
isn't
lovely.
it?
It's Sashko fabric.
Isn't it lovely?
Nice.
I love it.
Good job. I like that.
It's really good,
You
isn't
see,
it?
it's all about the moustache.
It is.
But it is, and they're very much in vogue, aren't they, with our gents?
Yeah, they are.
My dad's had a
So-
beard for years. He shaved it off when I was 3
Oh,
and I burst into tears
really?
and said it wasn't my daddy. And then he kept it for another 15 years. And then when I was 18, he shaved it off. And my mum cried because she said,
Oh,
you don't look like
gosh.
my husband anymore. And he kept it a bit like that because he quite enjoyed the fact that he looked about 20
It
years younger.
looks like that, yeah.
But now it's back again, completely white, and he looks like Captain Birdseye. Which meant that then, of course, my son's very used to his beard.
Yes.
So the first time he went and met Father Christmas, he cried because it was the wrong beard.
Because it's the wrong beard.
Yeah,
Oh, how funny.
yeah.
So we just followed that all the way around. I don't know if we'll have time to go all the way around, but it will make, showing them it'll make the start, isn't it? So,
Perfect. Moustache is perfect for hen do's, apparently. Says producer Anna. Don't know what hen do she's been going on.
she's been going out with Amy.
But, you know, I mean, fun things to do. You know, get the kids involved, get them making, because this is it. Appliqué is fun for all the family.
So if we just
Half
do
term
that.
is coming up.
Yeah, and this is a lovely project to do, isn't it?
Actually, this perfect tote, you get the pattern for the perfect tote, obviously, within this as well, and it is the perfect book size bag as well.
Yeah, it is.
So great book bag.
Ideal for school and
So yeah,
college
absolutely.
and everything. So.
Oh, producer
and
Hannah
pretty.
reckons they're more likely to look after it if they've made it.
So I'll do
Might
a couple more to the end. I'll just go around the corner and then we'll carry on with the rest of the bag. So that is basically blanket stitch. By
my
hand.
pearl-
By hand.
Oh, there it goes. My pearl skein bundle is incredibly popular. It's
Is
the
it?
vibrancy of the colours for me. I
Oh, it's just the
absolutely love
colours
it.
are beautiful.
And lots of you missed out on the Sashko shoe. So don't miss out again. If you missed out last time, look at those. Check out your baskets. It's a nice size thread. Look, that's really going to emphasise. Over half of the stock's already gone.
Really.
Yeah. Please be quick with this. It's less than £10 and you're getting, do you believe it's 20 or 25 metres? It's 25 metres. Yeah, that's right. 25 metres in each of those. That's a lot of stitching. It's a lot of moustaches.
It is, isn't it?
Because it might be that you're going to use your
Just go around this corner. And that's it.
your applique sheet to transfer so that you can embroider. You don't have to applique.
No.
You can. Don't have to. Choice is yours. That's the
Because you
joy.
can even, like on the You and Me, I actually just went round the lettering in just the plain stitching without the blanket stitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
you
but I
can
do
that.
like blanket stitch. I just think it gives
It gives a bit of texture
good
too. It's
view.
nice, isn't
So
it?
I'm going to leave that there while we carry on with the rest of the bag.
Now, the other thing that we have for your delight today is a felt bundle. So you've got fabric in your bundle, but sometimes felt is a great way to applique. It doesn't fray, so you can just put your Bonder web on the other side,
And put it on.
and then if you are doing some work with the kids, and they want to do some applique, maybe felt is a great way to go. It also gives you another lovely texture.
Yes, it is nice.
Maybe you want to
texture.
use it for your soft toys, things like that. If you've got the dragon, maybe he wants to have, green body and then pink bits, scales,
So
spiky
it
bits.
doesn't make him look so evil.
Well, no, we're after
With
kind
pink.
dragons.
We like kind dragons, don't we?
So you've got black, you've got blue, you've got red, you've got pink, and you've got white in there. Great for toy making, great for all sorts of uses, actually.
Sorts of uses.
So that's your felt bundle. Look, $4.49. if you've got your basket open, why not pop it in? It's no extra P&P. P&P is done per day. Once you've bought one item, that's your P&P done.
Yeah.
May as well pop a few more things in. That's what I say. Yeah.
So the next step is
Yes.
a lovely lining. Now,
Oh,
if you
nice.
look, have you shown the lining on
I
the
haven't,
inside?
Janice.
It's really nice.
Sorry.
The way this bag's done, it's very nice on the inside.
With the
pockets.
This is the red bundle here. So all of your instructions, how to make the tote, plus your applique so you can personalise. You don't have to put any applique on if you don't want. But the fabric is there as well, so you've got a half a metre of the black, half a metre of the red, half a metre of the white. And look, in the instructions, it will show you how to do a little pocket. Yeah, no, your keys always got keys and phone go in the
That's it.
inside pocket for
It's
me.
lovely, isn't it?
That's what has to happen. Because otherwise I rummage around at the bottom of my bag.
It is.
It's
Your
a right
phone
old
is the
fat.
biggest.
Possibly my lip gloss in there as well. Fabulous. Right.
So I've done the actual pocket
Okay.
and the actual half the strap.
Okay.
So if you just follow the instructions for the pocket, it's just a matter of a square and then a little bit of facing on top of the pocket.
It's pretty
and to bind
straightforward,
it's
isn't it?
very straightforward. So what we want to do now is, what they get you to do is put the actual, there's a facing
Yes.
across the top of the pocket.
Okay.
So you get the raw edges from the facing, and I always use the seam as a seam. I always
you?
do that. I've always done that to save fabric. So yeah, but you can always cut that off, and you know what I mean. But you just
you can
make
cut the
sure
selvage off, yeah.
you just make sure you go up past that. So when you're machining it, so again, just raw edge to raw edge, stick a pin in. I'll just do one either side just to hold it down, and then we just machine down
What seam allowance are we using, Janice?
1/4 of an inch on this. But on here, I'm going to make sure I do the 5/8, so that's.
You don't have to remember that, by the way. It's not a test. You
No.
do get full instructions.
You'll probably cut that away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I didn't. So, because I just like to.
Do you want the rest of your machine back
I
there,
think I
Janice?
ought
Should
to,
we,
really,
should we
for
do
this.
that? Because we're not on sleeves anymore. There you go,
So
that
that's it.
helps.
So again, just I'm going to do 5/8, but it should be
Okay.
1/4. So if I can find my foot, go down.
She's going rogue again.
I am.
Yeah.
Take that pin out because it's got a head on and it might be a bit thicker. So, and off we go. Just pin down. And this is now just making the lining, the other side of the lining.
Okay. So a little forward and backward stitch just to hold it in place.
Yeah. With the seam ripper, snip it down, and then we just press that seam open.
Go on then.
So,
Do you want to open?
press it open.
do that.
That's it.
Alrighty. I'll do that while you do the next bit.
Yeah, it's the handle, so I'll need that for the handle. So, I need my tape measure. That's it. So,
Actually, where have you gone? Where are you off to? What you doing?
looking for my tape measure.
Oh, I spent my lifetime looking for tape measures.
That's the other half of the bag.
Do we top stitch any of this anywhere?
Yeah, the actual strap. So
Okay.
with the strap, it's you just fold it in half. So what you do, you actually, with the strap, you fold the actual strap in half, do a pressing stitch, open it out, and then you're folding the strap halfway into the fabric. So
It's
in
like
other
doing
words-
binding, isn't it,
Yeah.
basically?
So in other words,
Is
you
that
do-
interfaced, the handle?
No, it
Okay.
wasn't. So what you do, fold that into there, fold that into the middle, into the centre, and then fold it in half.
And then where do you
top
stitch?
stitch down both sides 1/4 of an
It's
inch
a big
in.
old handle.
So this is quite a big handle, isn't it? So then what we do then,
Yep,
grab
there you
the
go. Pressed it.
lining after she's pressed it,
Get a friend to do your pressing.
and then 3.5 inches in, or 3.5 inches or 9 centimetres.
Okay.
You position your handle raw edge to raw edge on the lining.
Now, this is, which way round does this need to go, Janice? Because,
I'm going to show them.
okay.
I'll show them that when I get down there. Me doing 9 inches
You do
instead
9
of
inches.
9.
Just press the, yeah, you go.
That's it, 9. Okay. So 9 centimetres. You go over about an inch. Now I'm doing it as the instructions says in the book. So
Okay.
that's up a bit more, okay. And then we stick a pin in. Then 4 straps. I'll show this every time when I'm making a bag. What you do, fold it down across the middle and up that side.
And that means you won't get a twisted
And that means you won't get
handle.
a twist.
Yeah.
So again, down, round, tuck that underneath and go up.
Okay.
And then you'll know you won't get a twisted handle. So again, the other side, 9 centimetres and an inch up, which is about there. I could use that really, couldn't I?
Oh no, we can. Yeah, we've got
the cutting mat there.
idea. We've got a cutting mat with inches on.
That's it. Okay. 3.5 inches or 9 centimetres. I did say the other day whether we'd go back to centimetres and inches with Brexit and that going on. It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I think so many of us have grown up now with centimetres. I think there'd be riots.
True. There would be, wouldn't there, Rita?
Yeah.
So then what we have to do then is tack across that to hold the strap in place.
Whilst you tack across there, and you
Yeah.
do that within your seam allowance so that you don't see it, I'm going to leave you just because it's just a little straight stitch.
It's a straight stitch.
I'm going to go look at some fabrics.
Right, lovely.
All right.
And I'll see you in 5.
Oh, but, well, I might not even be able. I know. Depends how fast I talk. Right, which bundle, producer Hannah? Pink. Pink. Is this the most popular? Yeah. Everybody loves the pink. Now, this is your You and Me grey vanilla and pink bag. These are your instructions. Even if you're just going to make the bag. It's, less than 20 left now. These are your instructions, full instructions. And this was Victoria Pete's bag originally. It's very, very easy to follow, very clear. If this can easily be the first bag that you ever make. Producer Hannah, yes, it was you. On birthday, this is the bag that Victoria and I made, wasn't it? It was, yeah. This was our sew-off bag. There you go. Now, brand new templates. You've got various letters and wordings, and then you've also got your glasses and your moustaches. I loved that moustache Christmas tree that one of our viewers sent in. That was fabulous. Thank you, Jill, for sharing that. And you've got lips, you've got glasses. It's like the two Ronnies, isn't it? Yeah. My very fashion with it sister-in-law, she's got all these sort of fashion glasses. She knows what's in fashion. She used to be a model. Right. Here we go. These are your fabrics for the bags. 1/2 metre of your pink, 1/2 metre of your cream, and 1/2 metre of that lovely linear grey. That is one bundle. Ta-da! Now, if you want the pink and black and white bundle, which are your classic colours, then again, full instructions and your appliqué templates. That's all there. And you get 1/2 metre of your red, 1/2 metre of your white, and 1/2 metre of your black. So that's £24.99. All in. That's 1.5 metres of fabric, your templates, and your instructions. Boom. Now, the other thing that we have for you, something a little bit different. This is absolutely flying out. There's a lot in this bundle, actually, a huge amount. First of all, your bonder web. So if you're going to do any kind of appliqué, you need your bonder web. Hang on, don't we get that as well, don't we? So we also get that, which is your templates, brand new sewing quarter templates. Oh yes. You're also going to get your wipe-off marker. You also get a black skein and a red skein. They aren't the pearl ones. They're the ones that you can break down into 6 individual strands. But the thing that I love about this is that you also get your snap clasps. We haven't had these for a while. So can I take this out? Yeah. Oh, I don't actually know how to open it. No, it's all fastened in. It's basically where you push it together and it clips open, and then you pull it. You know, on your glasses case, if you've got a pouch glasses case, you just push it together and it opens. It's that. So we've got little one there. And they're super easy to just insert. You take a little pin out and undo them and then insert. But look, you get full instructions as to how to do these. So if you want to make the bag exactly the same size, and it just says so, and then you make yourself just a little channel, thread it through. Oh, that shows you even how to do your boxed square corners, and then there you go. Great, actually great for a wash bag. $22.99. And that's 30 centimetres. That's a big old snap. And the little glasses one. Oh, you could use your glasses template to make a glasses case. That's brilliant. Of course. All makes sense now. Nice. Nice, of course. Of course, genius. What a nice gift. What a really lovely gift. Nice gift. And actually, with the little snap basket, I keep a little snap thing just tucked in the top of my sun visor. And then I just put any receipts or anything in there. The flexi frame on their own, a couple of people have asked if they can get them by themselves. Oh, because they've got more templates. So if you want the large flexi frame on its own, then it's £8.50. You're starting to see what good value that big bundle is, isn't it? £8.50, JCPH65 if you want just the large one by itself. Nice. And then if you want the little, have we got the little one by itself as well? Oh, we have. Excellent. So then it might be that actually, because I love that idea of glasses, Cash, I think that's a brilliant idea. And at some point we will get some sun, and you will need your sunglasses. Is it fact, Janice? Fact. $2.49. And then you see, if you've got your bundle, then you can add a couple of these in and make multiples. QEPH56. Actually, for £2.49, pop that in, and then that's a great gift. Does your mum always lose her glasses? Is she one of those people that wears a pair and has another pair on her head? Yeah, get her a glasses case. You can applique her an amazing glasses case. My skein bundle, take a look at this. Oh, down to single figures. I think lots of you missed out on the Sashko hour with these, so don't miss out again. That would be rude. £9.49. Where are we at, Janice?
So we've just done and tacked it on with the machine this time. And then all we're going to do then is sew the back to the front of the lining, and we've got to leave a 4-inch gap on the bottom.
So right sides together?
Yep, right sides together in, and just machine stitch.
Match those handles up?
Match them up. Stick a couple of pins in.
So we've got to leave a bagging out gap, have we, down the bottom?
4 inches it is. So again,
it's quite specific, so sort of a hand width.
Yeah. I'm just quoting what the pattern says. Normally I never leave enough, do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, 4 inches, of course, is a hand. If you've got horses, then you measure them in hands.
Have you got horses?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What, 5?
I thought, you have?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you said on the first one. It's amazing what people do.
I seem to gather
I know
them.
you've got dogs. I didn't know you got horses.
Oh, no, I've got a menagerie going on at home. And a couple of donkeys thrown in.
You learn something every day.
That's why I always come in covered in hay. And they just look at me, producer Hannah just says, are you ever mud-free? No, not really. Not really. But yeah, so horses are measured in hands, which is 4 inches, and it was easily done because your hand is basically about 4 inches. So they would easily then measure how tall that. Bit of trivia, I could do a pub quiz. Actually, I'm really rubbish at pub quizzes. My husband's brilliant.
I know we could all write a book. There's always a book in all of us with what.
Yeah, whether anyone would want to read mine is another matter.
And mine. So all I'm doing is machining. Not machining. I'm just.
You're pinning, ready to machine.
Ready to machine.
There will be some machining occurring at some point.
So what I'm going to do is start on the one side and make sure your seams match again by sticking your pin in, because you've got an actual facing.
You've got a join of different colours, haven't you? So it's nice if you can start to get those. When I first started, Janice, because this is very much a beginner's bag, when I first started, I didn't even notice things like that. It wasn't something that was even on my radar. But then, you know, the more you watch shows like this, the more you pick up those hints and tips. And I look back on the first bags I made, they're pretty awful. I still love them, and they still do the job. But it's a nice progression that I can see. And I go, yeah, you know, I've learned a bit.
I've noticed I've learnt a lot as well.
Yeah.
And with all these new gadgets, you know,
But you see, this is it, because
I've always put up with things.
you
know
have
what I
always
mean?
sewn, and your mother always sewed.
Yeah.
Your mother was a seamstress before you, and you learned at her knee.
Yeah.
And so
right.
actually, when you've learned, you've learned that way, you've learned sort of the longhand way.
Yeah.
Unless
a
you
lot.
are in an environment or you go off to workshops, why would you update?
No.
And I think
True,
this
you
is what a
might
lot
do.
of our viewers find, is that they've had a, you know, you might have learnt at school and been really into it, and then you had kids and no time,
It's true.
and then you
Yeah.
come back to it, oh, there's all these newfangled things.
These new fans, it's so true.
Yeah.
So it's
But
one
if you
action
want to have a
pattern.
project that's going to come quickly together like this, it's just going to be a nice refresher on the machine, or a nice project to do with your grandkids, and then they can really feel that sense of achievement. This week, because half the country is on half term, there've been some lovely photos. It warms my heart to see grandkids.
Yeah.
And kids with their parents and grandparents sewing and making. It's been really, really lovely to see, you know, getting involved young.
That's true.
Because I mean, I learnt with my grandmother.
Yeah.
So it's, you know,
Well, I'm seeing my
watching, taking things in,
grandchildren
getting ideas.
I'm seeing my grandchildren tomorrow, so that's...
Oh, so they can
to
make
look
some
forward
bags?
to. They're only 3 and 1.
They could watch you make some bags.
Watch us.
Yeah.
Oops.
Freddie's always watched me though. He's always watched, and he always
Has
wants.
he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even down to if he just picks a colour.
Yeah. Oh, how lovely.
So he's always been involved.
Yeah, see, Amy never wanted
Oh,
to
we have a
know.
still from Fiona. Let's have a look at this. Oh, she bought this
Oh.
previously, and that's her make. Oh, fabulous. Bought ages ago, but she's made it, loved it, all good.
That's the main thing.
Fabulous. Oh, I
We've
love
made
that dog fabric. Yeah, they've got all the little tops on that dog fabric. That was a good one. Brilliant. You see, these projects are ones that we bring out again and again and again.
It's lovely that the public act, you know, showing us what they're doing,
So
and
we-
all the different designs and the, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's lovely
we had a
that they're doing
conversation
it.
in the office the other day about whether or not you buy sort of a kit for someone for Mother's Day,
Yes.
or you actually buy the kit, you make it,
yes.
and then give for Mother's Day. And so it was like, well, okay, so what did you make your mother last Mother's Day?
Yes.
And I was just trying to remember, and actually I did. I made my mum a shopper bag out of Tilda fabrics, and put some
did
beautiful
you?
smellies and things in, and she now
Oh,
uses that for her
lovely.
knitting. But she
Oh,
did say,
it's
could I make her another
nice.
one the other day, because she wants one for her shopping now as well. So, all right, Mother. All right. Janice,
Right,
what are we
we've
doing
left
now?
the gap, so we do right sides together now, but on the actual main fabric.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so
Yeah.
on this one, you actually just machine round
All three sides.
Yeah, all 3
Okay.
sides. So that's it.
You do that. You
So
do
if
that,
I
and
do
I've got
that-
something to tell you, because
Yeah.
if you are indeed a new viewer, get them all the time, Janice.
Okay.
People are finding us. And if you are, and you decide to purchase something today, over £10, then we've got a little something for you. And this is your new customer gift. This is your A4 self-healing cutting mat with your first purchase over £10. That doesn't include your P&P, by the way. It's worth £16.99. It's a self-healing one, which is great, because then you get a nice clean cut. An essential piece of kit. Actually, I really like the little ones, because then they're a little bit portable. So it might be, you know, that you don't... We always just say this. You start off, with any hobby, you start off with kind of a shoebox with a few threads in, needles, pair of scissors, and a bit of fabric. Might be like a fat quarter pack or something. You know, yeah, I'm going to give this sewing a go. Yeah. And then it takes over until you get to the stage where your husband says, will you stop calling our house a box? You know, it does fit in a box. Who does a stock take on? Your mum's next door neighbour Elaine does a stock take to see how much fabric she's got. She's got a whole wardrobe full. That's brilliant. But actually, I have to say,
I'm on that route.
yeah, For if I've bought lots of meterage of a fabric, especially if it's for curtains and larger upholstery type projects, then I've got a cupboard just for those all
Just
hung.
for them.
It's a great way.
Yeah.
But it's just, and then someone messaged me last night and she said, I have a bit of a problem, Natasha. I'm like, oh gosh, have I turned agony aunt? And she said, I have all these fabrics and I've got all these beautiful fabrics, but I've got so much now, I don't know where to start because I don't want to cut into all these beautiful fabrics. But you just got to go for it. Just got to go for it.
Oh, how funny. Oh, what do you do, eh? Right then, so...
What do we do,
that's
Janice?
done-
What's next?
I don't know.
Oh, good. Excellent.
So what we've got to do now is actually put the bag together.
Excellent.
So, turn this...
So is this a drop-in lining?
to drop in. Yeah.
So this will be...
Hang on.
Does it need to be right sides
No.
together?
I always do this wrong. I always get this wrong.
Luckily, yours will come with instructions. Do you need to look at them, Janice? Or are we all right?
Hang on a mess.
No, it is. You will put
on a minute.
this right sides in. So.
That's it.
Oh, you're putting it in that way. Hang on. Which way are you going in?
Hang on. Hang on.
If you're buying this bundle while Janice sorts herself out, there we go. Put
Hold on a
that, or you
second.
could just put that inside that one, and then you're.
I always do this.
Hang on. Yeah, you're right sides together because it's the pocket that fools you, isn't it? Because that's actually the wrong side, if you see what I mean. Pop that in.
Pop it in. That's it. That's it.
You sure? Do you want to check the instructions? Should I go
Hang
get the
on.
instructions? God, this is the bit I always, every single time I make something, I have to check something goes, here we go, instructions. Making the hand, assembling the bag. Put the lining and main body right sides together.
Right, right side.
Right side, right
Long.
side.
Right side. That's
Yes,
it.
right side, right
That's
side.
it.
We were right. We were right. Just takes a moment. And
The straps have to go in that way. But shall I tell you what's throwing me?
what?
This. What you have to
So
do.
we'll just get rid of it.
You've got
cut
to,
it off.
You've got to trim that off.
Oh right, okay.
And because you never have normally an inch on the end,
Okay.
and then that goes in.
Handles go in. Yeah, don't
and
careful
then
with those.
is like that then.
Other
Do you know
handles
what I
in.
mean? That's it.
Other handles in.
And then this one is the same.
And in they go.
And it completely throws me when straps have got.
There you go.
That's
Right,
it.
if it
That's
confuses you,
that
get rid of it.
way. That's that
We're in.
way. And that's that then.
Now
And
line
that's
up your
that.
seams. That's
Yeah,
the next
that's
thing
it,
to do.
yeah.
When you've got your right sides
So,
together, line up your seams.
Line up your seams.
Open them out because otherwise you're going to be sewing over quite a lot of bulk. That's what Janice is doing there. You can press them if you've got
Open.
time,
Press
but
it, finger press
as ever.
You can finger press it on here.
Yeah.
And then find your other seam. Open that out. Like so. And that's it. Just okay.
And then pop your, and that's an easy way to find the halfway mark, isn't it? Because
But
you've,
yeah,
you've got that then.
cut that off because it throws me. Through me every time.
If you want to leave it in, then what will happen is when you turn your bag through, and if you want to top stitch again round it, it will reinforce those handles. So if you are a bag over filler like me,
Yeah.
and you want to make sure that those handles are super, super secure, but if you know that you're just going to be throwing a few little bits and
few
bobs,
bits in.
you know, maybe it's going to be a beach bag or something, then, you know, you might not need it. But that's why it's there.
Right.
But you see,
Whereas
my
it
bags
needs
go to the
those,
market with me on a weekend, and they have to put all my vegetables in them.
Oh really? They
Yeah,
have to carry
yeah.
everything.
So that I have to have that reinforced handle
Reinforced.
situation because
Yeah.
you know no one likes their potatoes over the road. They don't. They don't.
See, with me, I always actually try and reinforce just across and on the top stitch.
Yeah,
of the
that's
bag.
another way of doing it,
That's
isn't
the way
it?
I've
Go
always
backwards
done
and
it.
forth. Everybody
So-
has their own way, and this is the beauty of having so many different guest designers. Is of course you know
We all
get,
do different
yeah,
things, don't
absolutely.
we? Different ways. Match them seams.
Pin, pin, pin.
Pin. Make sure they match. Like so. Pin it. Pin it. And then...
Whoops! Whee!
I'm determined to kill.
live.
I'm determined to kill you today.
Well, you know, if we could not, that would be, you know. Plus, you've just given the game away, haven't you? You know, if you succeeded, they'd be straight around your house, Janis. Now, the You, Me, and Grey bag is there. Now, oh look, lots of people talking about their bag and coming back to sewing. Isn't that pretty? This is Jackie. This is Jackie.
Isn't that
this is Jackie's
lovely?
bag. She hasn't sewn in 40 years.
I can believe
And
it.
this is her first bag back sewing. Congratulations, Jackie. What a lovely way back into sewing. Beautiful.
So this is just.
I love the fact that you haven't just done something super simple. You've gone.
It's quite.
Let's go quilted. Yeah, let's just do
That's
that.
lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. So then what we're going to do is machine. Oops. I'm having to manipulate this in a bit.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, machine.
And then we're going to machine stitch round the top, which is
Yep.
why we left the bagging through hole.
I'll take this off a bit.
Tell you what, whilst you do that, whilst
Yep.
you machine stitch round that, we'll see you start off. I'm glad you do this because I do this as well. I start on the side seam because it gives me a point to know where I started.
I always start on any project on the side seam.
And then you just get into the habit of it,
Always.
don't you?
Yeah, I've always done it.
So whilst you whiz your way round there,
Yeah.
I'm going to go and look at the fabric bundles over here. Now then, the bundle that Janis is working from is, of course, your pink. You get full instructions. If you are a new customer, you'll be spending over £9 today, and you will also get your cutting mat in there for free. You get all of your templates. You get 1/2 metre of the grey, 1/2 metre of the pink, 1/2 metre of the cream. Lovely. Now, maybe you want to go your classic red, black and white. We've got that too. And here it is. And of course, you get to be the designer. That's the really nice thing about this, is that you do get to do the designing yourself. So if you want to do any of the appliqué on there, you can decide how much, how little, where, and all those sorts of things. It might be that you just take some of the letters and just do some, and make up your own words. You've got that option too. So £24.99 PPGC 40 instructions and your templates and 1.5 metres of fabric in there. Fabulous. Do you want to have a look at the appliqué bundle? Yes, we're here. So the appliqué bundle gives you the moustaches, the glasses, and all the words, exclamation marks, all that sort of thing. That's all in there as well. And you get your bonder web, so you can do your appliqué. If this is your first time having a good go at appliqué, you're going to need your bonder web. And then you've got your pen so that you can mark everything. This is the pen that all of our designers love. You're also getting what? You're getting his and hers cushions. Oh, you can make your his and hers cushions. That's what I said, like for newlyweds and things like that. Lovely. And also saves any kind of argument. She says. Then you've also got your red and black skeins. These are the ones that are the six-stranded, teeth back in, skeins. And what's even better, you also get your clips. So if you want to make yourself a clip opening bag, you've got one there. And then you've got your little one. I think this is absolute genius, Hannah. I think you're perfectly right. Do your glasses cases with that and then appliqué on your glasses on there. I think that's a brilliant way to go. Little ones there. Perfect. £22.99. And we did, of course, also give you the details earlier for the extra snaps, should you wish to do that. So flexi frames on their own. I keep calling them snap frames. Posh name is flexi frames. If you'd like the flexi frames to top up your basket, the 30cm one is here. And again, you see the makeup bag's perfect because then it's always open when you have it open and nice and tight shut when you've got it shut. So yeah, wash bag, anything like that. And full instructions as to how to make a bag. Lots of you multi-buying this, I don't blame you. You can also take it in and out. So if you do have a variety of clutch bags and things like that, just take it out, put it in the next one. You just have to undo a pin and then it just comes out. Perfect. And then if you want to have the little one for your glasses cases, what a great gift. What a great gift. Or, you know, just your lipsticks and little bits and bobs. Perfect. 249. QEPH 56. It's even less P&P, that one. Pop that in. Couple of those. Nice. Janice, how are we doing?
Fine. So all I've done is turned it back and
Yes.
the other way. So then all you do is machine stitch. I don't know how we're doing for time. So machine stitch that closed. And then, or hand stitch it.
Entirely
Hand
up
stitch
to
or
you.
machine stitch
I
it.
top stitch if I'm feeling a bit lazy, Janice. I'm not going to lie.
And then we just turn that inside.
Give it a waft.
And that's, ooh. Give it a good press.
There we go.
Finish that off. And you can always like top stitch it round the top.
Yeah, to get
as well.
Yeah, because that then helps to reinforce those handles.
That
This is a
reinforces
great
it.
beginner's
Project.
bag. It just is. It's absolutely perfect. There's no curves or anything like that to sew. It's just straight line stitching, and then you can decorate it
Easy
as
peasy.
much as you like.
And just finish it off nice. And
Nice. Now, talking of
that's it.
decoration, the embroidery skeins.
They're
Oh, fewer than 10. They're lovely colours, aren't they?
beautiful.
Really beautiful. So lots of you missed out on these on the Sashco hour. But look at those colours.
So
25
rich.
metres of each.
Rich.
Yes. Now these are not like the skeins where you can break them down into the 6 constituent thread parts. These
Yeah.
are all in one. So they really are a statement thread when you
Yeah.
use them. They really do show up. So that's £9.49. 7 of those left. That's
Because
it.
with the embroidery stitches, you have to use like either 3 or 6 to get a good effect like
No,
that.
absolutely. Yes.
So that's being just
It's great,
one.
isn't it?
It's a good way, and over the time, it's probably cheaper than using the embroidery
Sometimes,
threads.
yeah.
You know, so
Absolutely. Now, maybe you want some felt. I like to applique and felt, because you know it's not going to fray, and kids
Yeah.
can cut it, and it's
Yeah.
just it's easy and nice to use. So we've got black, blue, red, pink, and white.
And I don't know
Just
whether
really
when
handy
you went
ones.
to junior school, this is what we started with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Felt.
Or
They
if-
did
yeah.
everything with felt, didn't they, in
Of course
schools?
it is, because it's safe.
So, yeah.
$4.49 for that, or if you've got the dragon, you could do different spiky bits.
Spikes.
I'm sure there's like a technical dragon term for the spikes down their back. My son's probably screaming at the TV at me. Now, we've got different purses, different things. So you might want to, applique, use those.
Yeah.
I mean, you said hen do's, didn't you, and things like that.
Yeah.
So you could always have a little making session. Now, here we go. You've got a lovely purse top here. I love this one. Look at the detailing in there. Ever so pretty. So that's £9.50. You'd like the Prim Antique Brass bag fastening. And then I've also got in here,
I've never done a purse or anything like that.
hey, wow, we've got it.
Yeah.
We've also got, look at this one with the wooden.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a bit smart, isn't it?
That's nice.
$15.99. How lovely is that?
Isn't that nice?
So when you've got your templates, it's a great way to use them. So $15.99. Now, coming up tomorrow, Janice, you're back again.
I am.
Hooray!
You got me twice.
Now you are quilting as you go at
Yes.
8 a.m. Now 9 a.m. Jenny Smith is back with her sellout pinafore pattern. We're not just pinaforing it; we're going to make it into a skirt. And then 10 a.m. is your designs by
Yeah.
Tanya Whelan. That's the bag book that we're doing
bags.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then 11 a.m. is our freestyle machine embroidery. Again, that is with Jenny Smith. So Janice and Jenny in tomorrow. Thank you ever so much for your company today, Janice. Thank you
Yeah,
ever so much.
lovely.
It's always a giggle with you.
And it's lovely
And I will
seeing
see you tomorrow, and you tomorrow. Bye bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Join us on Saturday the 17th of February when Jenny Smith returns with her classic Hepworth apron pattern. After selling out in just 20 minutes last time, we've got more stock and more ideas as Jenny shows us how to transform the apron into a dress. Choose from kits featuring linen in deep inky blue or rustic golden flax. Plus, we have a stylish array of denims and vintage cotton fabrics. Meet Jenny and discover the story behind this popular pattern. So tune in for this back in stock beauty Saturday the 17th of February at 9 a.m. only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.